campaign, new game.
Pog. Don't look at how this started like 5 minutes after the old one. Pog.
All right. What I
Poggers.
need is
Poggers.
desert
Poggers.
ambience.
Poggers.
Really?
Poggers.
Pog.
There you go. That'll get rid of most of them.
Windy desert ambience, 1 hour. That'll do.
So
You
we
get
are.
that Zelda desert.
What about
music.
Sorry. What about Caster's
Oh,
character? How is he gonna play his? He's not here.
He's not here, so he's not.
Wow. That that's pretty funny.
All right, let me close this down. Close some of these tables that I'm not going to need.
This table looks super nice, super neat too. Maybe I can actually load this one. Maybe.
Yeah, it's a lot later than the old
We have
one
water
was.
bowls.
The Darkest Dungeon one was fucking ginormous with a lot of models on it. Maybe I can load this one.
This
like,
one's quite a bit leaner so far.
for
For
now.
now.
Yeah, for now. Wait till you walk into
Now you have
town
to-
and I pull
now you
up
have to say
every
it
single
like,
building.
what's his face? Davy Jones from what's it called? Pirates of the Caribbean. For now.
For now.
For now.
That moment 10 people at your school have gotten COVID.
Thanks.
Take your vitamins.
The vitamins are totally going to kill us. Those Flintstone gummies, they know what to do.
Well, exercise too. Don't be fat. That seems to be the main thing.
Too late.
Don't be fat. Coronavirus can't hurt you if you're not. You're gonna outrun the coronavirus.
Yeah, like joggers are probably immune.
The fatter you are, the harder you are to kidnap.
6 5
Alright.
characters. What is this? No, these things.
Yeah, it's just one of those.
I don't need these things.
Yeah, you probably don't. But set up your table however you want. Get your dice rollers ready. Get your character stuff all figured out. Maybe do like
We
this
have to
with
use this
your name
attack
in a
roller
section.
plus.
You can use
Is
that
that
one if
like
you want.
this?
You don't have to. Use whatever roller you
There-
like. They're all over the place here. I've got the clicker roller strips over here. I've got the brick one down here in my DM area. You can spawn in whatever one you might
Zelda.
have.
Zelda 1 hour desert ambience. Yes.
For anybody watching out there in Twitch land, this is sort of session 0, where we're just setting up our new campaign. So it's not going to be super exciting right off the bat. We're just getting situated here.
Oh, Ninja, did you get my backstory?
There's,
Backstory.
You made one?
Don't tell us.
I'm
Yes.
just I sent it to him.
I don't care.
I-
Don't tell us yet.
Yeah, I'll
Okay,
copy.
see.
I'll copy that into my spreadsheet so I have it with the other ones.
Just
Right.
give me this time to believe that you're a shit-eating desert bug from Philadelphia.
Philadelphia.
Give me that, man.
Is Philadelphia even canon?
No, not on Athos. Different planet.
Is there
How
a
many
way to put an Excel spreadsheet onto the board?
Yes.
There is.
Yeah, I was wondering that too.
Okay, so
How
what
do I
you
do that?
do is open the spreadsheet, copy the URL, and then
There is no URL because it's a spreadsheet on my computer.
no, you can't.
How many continents are there in Dark
Go
Souls?
into tablet.
It's
And
not
go into
online.
Google
It's a spreadsheet on his computer. It's not in the cloud. It's not got a URL.
Like, is the whole planet called Athos, or is there like multiple continents, and this is one just happen to be called Athos?
Athos is the planet,
Okay,
and there's no continents because there's no oceans.
it's all free real estate.
Yep, it's one giant desert, all the way around.
Is
Mad Dad,
that...
Water.
what's this tablet gonna do for me though? Because it's not online.
Well, you should have done it online. I thought you did it online like everyone else.
No.
Zelda's weird. He
I-
likes
I-
to use his document spreadsheet. He doesn't like to use the online ones.
He used his
No,
printer to
ew.
print it out.
I like to use actual Excel, not Google Docs and bleh.
It's the
Yeah.
same thing.
It's the same.
It is not. It is
It
not.
is, yes.
I paid for the software, damn it, I'm gonna use it. Thank
Mhm.
you.
I didn't
And
use
just
it.
because you paid for it doesn't make
No.
it better.
I I can use it, and I didn't have to pay for it. Remember that trio office I linked to Ninja?
Man, they ask for money every time I open it.
Small price to pay.
For
Where do you
selfies.
find these cards?
Well, I've got. Did you just call me Leiron? Leiron is dead. He died.
Well-
He died 6 billion years ago. I don't know how long it took for England to become Dark Sun. 6 trillion zillion years ago.
It's
This
gonna
is
take
just
me a
the
minute to know your new character's name. What is your new character's name? Pardon me.
You'll have to find out.
On
You'll
the
have to
next
wait until I
episode.
introduce myself.
Ah,
For now, you'll have to call me my true name, Mad God.
For
bleh.
people in Twitch land, it got to be entertaining. There got to be.
I get the
Thanks.
cards from. Hang on, I'll give you it now.
Ninja, you did type it up in Excel, right? The character sheet.
It's a Google spreadsheet.
Oh, okay. No wonder I couldn't find. There you go. Found it.
I get the card from here,
Yeah.
so it spawns in. It'll be here when it does.
Hearing my voice on Twitch, it sounds relatively annoying.
Yeah, everybody hates the
Jeez.
sound of their own voice.
Someone copy my thing.
The heck? Why can I not move this stuff?
Like, jeez, I hate it.
Is it locked? It's
I
not.
think it's lag.
Like,
Are you lagging? I can move your
Yeah,
stuff.
it's lag because I was spawning this in.
Yeah, he's spawning 8 bazillion million spell cards or class
Spawning
features.
one thing in. It's not my fault there are so many things for classes. Also, your stuff isn't there because you're revised ranger. Everything with you is different. You're gonna have to
Oh.
make your own.
Bah. All right. Fair enough.
Look at this map. Isn't
Well,
this
like-
map gorgeous?
Cool map, bro.
Hang on.
This is the best map. I am excited.
What about the Darkest Dungeon one? Wasn't that your best map?
Well, like I didn't make this, so like I can't take any credit. I'm just happy about the quality of the map. The Darkest Dungeon
Zig.
stuff, those are custom cards and things. So sure.
Zig, you rat.
It's called a ziggurat.
Zig, you
Where
rat.
where do I put backstory on character sheet? Like,
You-
do I like backstory or background?
Background.
You should
Cool.
3Dify this map. It'd be very cool if it was 3Dified.
It is 3Dified. However, copying it onto this table is nigh impossible because it's made out of 8 bazillion little blocks. They actually like built it
Oh.
up out of pieces rather than have like one model of a ziggurat.
Oh.
The map
Ouch.
is super detailed. I linked it the other day. If you look at the one that I linked, it's got a fucking tower. It's got this entire noble district with actual buildings with like round domes on top. It's got actual plants and all these gardens back here and over here. It's like ultra detail. It's really impressive.
This is a very nice
could you
plantation.
do like zoom in copies and like if we're in that district and just have a whole map that's just a super detailed copy of that, or is this as good as it gets here?
This is probably as good as it gets, and you're not even going to get into most of these areas. You are pretty much restricted to just this area right here.
Well,
You're not going to
yeah.
betray us again, Psycho Frog,
So
right?
for now, you can't
Right.
get beyond this range right here. But later in the
I don't know.
game, you might be able to
Do
get
you have a
over
bounty on your head?
here, go out into the
Wait,
markets.
Psycho Frog, you're not going to betray us again, right? Right? You wouldn't
right?
do that,
Yes.
right? Right?
Do you have a bounty on your head?
We're slaves, so I think we no.
Okay, then you're fine.
God, it feels so bizarre finally starting.
Right?
This is surprisingly disappointing.
What did you just say?
I'm
This is
gonna have
surprisingly disappointing.
spells.
Oh, he's gonna have spells, and I'm not. I'm not gonna have any spells.
Long, is this your first time playing a spellcaster?
No, I played a cleric before.
How'd that go?
The campaign ended after like a month, so but we were level 3 and I was casting some awesome guiding bolts and spiritual weapons. That was fun.
If only clerics had more accents, they'd be super overpowered. 3 guiding
No,
bolts a
it's-
turn.
I mean, in
Cast-
quick succession, when you have advantage on your own guiding bolt to extend more at advantage.
Cast 3 guiding bolts at a level 3 spell slot per turn. How much? Jesus, how much damage is that?
18. No, wait. When you upcast it, it's
To level 3,
so,
and you cast it
yeah,
3 times.
5d6.
Each?
Wait, no. Sorry, it's 4 standard, and you can cast at level 1, so 2 more levels. So
Hold up,
66 plus, I think it adds your wisdom modifier to the
I
damage.
got eggs on him and character sheet, and he had guiding bolt and a 3rd level spell slot, so I can check this. What did I say? Spell sheet? I mean character sheet.
Spell shit.
6d6 at a level 3 casting of guiding bolt.
Yeah.
So 6 times 3,
18d6.
18d6 plus. Ooh. And you have advantage because they're oof. And it's necrotic and it's radiant damage, so against oof.
See if this crashes everybody. Importing an
Probably will.
object. Good luck.
Good luck. May the best man win. Or survive. Whatever you consider winning.
Oh, well, I can't interact with anything because he's spawning something in.
Man, this is taking a while.
Does it lag the whole wow.
It lags
Where's that line
everything.
come from? Yep, disconnect.
Tabletop simulator.
That's quality programming for you. Those devs,
Is it really?
they really know what they're
God
doing.
damn it, Ninja, you overloaded the server.
Nah, it's anytime you spawn an
Yeah.
object. Since an update like 6 months ago, they made it so adding objects to the table spits everybody out. Kind of
That
lame.
reminds me, I need to put those new characters on this table.
Also, it might have crashed because it's just taking a really long time to load this one object.
It did.
It didn't crash Ninja yet. He's still trooping on.
Yeah, but it's giving me like the spinning icon. It's not doing anything.
Yep,
not
yep,
ideal.
disconnect from server.
It finished loading for me. So just rejoin. It'd be all right.
What did you even load? What is that?
It's a D&D violation card.
You have it ready just in case.
Right?
Just like pass it to the player. Here, take this. What's that? Fill it out for me. What? Fill it out.
I can't pick a color. Why not?
You need a
Because you're not
promotion.
promoted.
Here's a promotion. Here's a promotion. Here's a promotion. You already have a color, so maybe you're just lagging at your end.
Probably the same for me. Yeah, Psycho Frog's got his blue C's and the dot next to his name, so I'm probably lagging out.
Mad God rejoined. Diamond's rejoined, but hasn't got a color yet.
I'm probably still loading in.
I'm surprised Psychofrog couldn't load it that time. His computer's so fast. So very
No,
fast.
I think
Well-
I think I joined before you did. So even though you promoted me at like
I don't think I'm loading it at all, am I?
Ah, there
Says
we
you're
go.
loaded in on my screen.
No, all I see is white.
That's not good.
Just
yeah, that's weird.
Give it a little bit. Give it a little bit. It takes a little bit of time.
Little bit.
Yeah, Diamond's in.
See a little bit of time. I'm still on the white screen here.
Yeah, try to reconnect. Jump out. Pop back in.
Tabletop simulator.
I'm gonna just close out Tabletop Simulator and try again.
Good luck.
Flawless programming. Nothing could ever go wrong.
Yeah, I don't think it's my computer.
Even as
I
bad as
absolutely think-
TTS is, it's still the best one.
There's worse out there.
That-
trust
that's-
me.
I'm gonna have to
That's
crouch.
saying
This.
something, isn't it?
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to
that
crouch.
just
Well,
shows you how
it's the-
bad the other ones are.
It's the best one for its quality. Like if you're looking for just
Roll
2D
20
stuff.
is not awful.
Has Roll20 got their 3D one out yet? Because like I really hate their 2D design. But I heard they were making a 3D one.
Even so, could it handle loading all this?
Yeah,
Like
probably.
Tabletop Simulator
If
can
it-
barely can.
If it were designed similarly. I mean, Tabletop
Yeah.
Simulator used to work until they butchered it.
I'm still stuck in the white screen of death.
Yeah, me too. Where you can just see all the colors and all the pictures.
Just really quickly,
Can't see
this
the
before
pictures
game
if I'm in.
this
Hang on.
before game
Hang
discussion
on.
is brought to you by Raid Shadow. Oh, go
I'm
ahead.
gonna make a new save, and I'll close the server and I'll start a new one.
Good.
Please.
This pre-game discussion is brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends. Are you tired of the normal boring gold MMORPGs you play on your phone? Are pretty much dog shit.
God.
Well, not
I
anymore.
Get enough
Please
of that
mute
shit
him.
when I
Mute him.
go on YouTube. Shut the fuck up.
Honestly, I don't even see why they would call it an RPG. It's more of a
Gotcha.
tactical, tactical side scroller. Except
Salt
you know,
of the
It's a
cancer.
side scroller. The hell? I didn't know that.
the 3D forward scroller, I guess. But I mean, it's just you go to a place, you fight some enemies, and that's that. There's no actual role playing being done, which is, you know, in the name of an RPG, role
Hold up.
playing game.
There might be a bit of an echo. I'm about to fix my mic.
Alrighty.
Hang on, Mad God. I didn't reset it yet. Closing the server now.
Hello there. It is I,
Creating a
Saya,
new server
better
now.
yet known as Young Gerard, better yet known as Soul.
Here we
Back
got an
at it.
unloaded table. Try to join me now. If you can't join this table, we got problems. Because this is just the default table.
I think it is the computers at that point.
It is not.
No, I've gotten in just fine.
Yeah, I'm here.
Ninja, what is that icon?
That icon is, I think he's like one of the Warhammer 40k demon lords of chaos.
I
Demon
was
Lord of
thinking
Chaos.
it was like a Seven Sons demon or something.
I think
Whose
it comes from a video game that Unreal did. It looks like the Chaos Demon from Warhammer, but for legal reasons, I don't think it is. But there's a similar thing in one of their games.
Mad
What the
God, where'd you
fuck,
get your
Mad
icon
God?
from?
It's like one of those hero
I made mine.
Hero of the Storm games or something. I forget.
He drew a penis. Of course.
I'm just a frog. I don't know what is going on. I'm just a frog.
That's one swimmy looking frog. What is that?
All right,
I'm confused.
here we go.
D&D Beyond, you don't even get the player's handbook to start with. You
Oh,
have
that's
to buy it. So the
Yep.
starting druid circles I can put are only circles of the land.
yeah, D&D Beyond and shit.
Trying
But
to
I use
put
it.
it on character sheet?
I only use D&D Beyond
Uh,
because it's easy. It's pretty shit though.
Well, it's probably great if you've got $100 to buy all the books.
It's $600 to buy each book, like all together.
All of it together.
I mean,
Somebody did the
personally,
math.
I feel
Wow.
newcomers, yes, they should, you know, like buy the books and all this other sort of stuff online. But I think that people who already have the books, I mean, okay, here's what I think. When you actually go to buy a hard copy book, they should have a key in there. And that key will allow you to access the same data from that book as it would on D&D Beyond. I think that would work 100% better.
You
for
don't think like a businessman, though. How can Todd Howard sell you 10 copies of Skyrim if you're not willing to buy a new copy of Skyrim every 4 years?
All right, that was also really funny.
I don't know. I
Okay.
just got the white screen of death.
How can Todd Howard sell you more Skyrim if you're not willing to buy more Skyrim?
Well, I
Come
can
on.
see everybody's hands moving, so it hasn't like crashed yet.
Mine crashed. Trying to look for the server again. I don't see it.
Wait till Ninja loads the player models in.
There we
Everything's
go.
loaded on my screen.
Everything's starting to load up on my
Okay.
screen now.
There we go. Alright,
And I have a
reconnecting.
worse graphics card than all of you.
As far as I
I
can
don't
tell,
have a
everything's
graphics
fine.
card.
It looks great to me.
Nope. No, everything's white.
Check your internet
Technical
connection,
difficulty.
Matt.
My internet connection's fine.
Apparently not.
Oh, hang on. Am
We're-
I loading stuff in? Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Told you, it
What's
just
our-
takes a little bit of time.
We're 30
Although
minutes.
your
in.
although your ping is something to
A force to be reckoned with.
Your ping is very
Yeah.
British.
Alright.
5 seconds. Okay.
We're 30 minutes in and we're already having technical difficulties. This is going to be a great campaign.
40 minutes in. Hey, this is session 0. We don't have any need to make any progress at all today. This is, if we can get set up and ready to go so that we can play like a full game, cool. I feel
Well,
like
we're
we could
already
actually,
looking at the
we can get started and actually do some character introductions tonight, but I don't know if we're gonna
Ninja,
do all that
But
much.
we're already missing a
Sorry.
player. So is that really, like, we're missing Castor?
is it possible to move my little green name tag that's over here somewhere else?
Yeah.
It's kind of being buried by my character sheets.
Yeah, you can. If you go into the gizmo tool and go on to move, you can move the box.
Huh?
So look, I'll do it. Oh, never mind. I just done it. It's the same as changing the volume on an item.
Gizmo tool.
F8.
F8. Oh.
Well, so this game's gonna be Dark Sun. I've described it to all my players here. For Twitch, I'll hover on the cool artwork here and say Dark Sun is a hostile world where the place is ruled by dragon kings, sorcerer kings that use their magic to destroy the planet because destroying plant life powers their spells, and they rule with an iron fist, and they've committed endless genocides that have eradicated most of the life from the Earth. The Earth known
Fuck
as
the ecosystem.
Athos, the planet Athos. So Athos has a bunch of races that are still around that have survived the genocides, and most of them are considerably strong. You got stuff like the Thrycreans that are bug people. They're incredibly tough, incredibly dangerous, and they eat elves for dinner if they're hungry. Everybody is a slave. You find yourself in the slave pits of the city of Tyr. So, I'm going to read off the description for you guys. The description of the slave pits. I have to find it in the guide here.
Who's messing around with my cards?
I'm trying not to.
What is the slave city we start at?
The slave
Slave
pits.
tier?
You start right here,
Tier.
in this box. The problem with old D&D is their guides were set up really weird. It's like they don't go in a logical order. They're not sequential. And when you're dealing with like non-sequential things, it's tricky. Alright. Processing occurs with callous efficiency. Ever-present guards quell escape attempts while slaves with no regard to gender or species are stripped of all clothes and items. Clothing's heaped onto bonfires. The supervising Templar pockets items that interest him and distributes those that do not. A team of guards shave beards and heads to eliminate lice, and each slave receives a loincloth or shift, a blanket, and a small water skin. Once within the pits proper, a taskmaster assembles the slaves and assigns each to a work crew commanded by an overseer. So that hasn't happened yet. So it's still the night, right? You guys have been brought in, and when the morning comes around, you'll leave the slave pits and begin your life as a slave in Calyx Ziggurat, building his mighty ziggurat to his glory. So for now, you're all huddled in the slave pits. There's like 1,000 slaves in the slave pits, and it's really cold at night. It's been like a long, cold night. A lot of people are sort of like huddled together for warmth, and they're freezing and shivering. And so here you are. All of you find yourself slaves. You've been brought into slavery through various means, and you find yourself here in the slave pits at night. And so, introduce yourselves. Get to know your fellow inmates.
Who's going first?
Where are the slave pits? Sorry.
The slave
Yeah.
pits
Right
is
there.
this box right here.
Right in front of the tomb of Ziggurat. Like the
I
entrance.
didn't know about the shaving head part.
We're all
So,
bald.
Unfortunately, Ninja, we all have hair.
Well,
Sorry to interrupt.
just imagine you don't. It'll grow back.
No, I totally have hair. Alright.
Long as he's bald. He's Vin Diesel.
There you go. Go ahead, everyone. You never gave me your name. Is it Sky? I don't know.
It's Soul. Oh wait, no. SOL.
Shit out of luck.
Yeah, Sol.
I
That's
think my game has frozen.
Technical difficulty.
Mad God just spawned in all these figurines. Maybe it slowed it down a bit. Give it a moment. Let it load.
Thanks, Mad.
You're welcome.
Well, everyone
On the
needs
stream, I
figurines.
just see-
Dude, we made
On the
one.
stream, I just see in the background like Psycho Frog icon, and it's just hilarious.
No, yeah, the frog.
Just like the looming frog over the great expanse, looking judgmentally.
I see all. I know all.
I see trees of green,
This all desert. There are no trees.
Red roses
red
too.
roses too.
Thought those were all destroyed.
Demonetized.
Well, let's just go down the list then.
What a
Long?
wonderful world.
Introduce yourself. What is
What
your
are our
character?
current situations? What are we currently doing?
I am Morg of Tyr. I am a slave. Born into slavery. I am a Maul, which is half dwarf and half human. And I have been born to fight in the fighting pit. I am a barbarian. I started out as a barbarian, and I've been trying to get in touch with nature, and I've become a druid.
So, what's your character's name? Morg.
Wow.
Morg.
Way to pay attention.
Of Tyr.
Morg was moving through the streets at sunset. The streets had become blocked at both ends as a full squad of the Sorcerer King's troops moved into the area. Doors and shutters were hastily drawn shut as people are rounded up off the streets for questioning. A half-giant leads the squad, Torben the half-giant, and he's got a quota to meet. Everybody stands in the street as the squad seals off all the exits at either end, and they begin closing in and snatching up people. Anybody that was able to get off the streets into a building was safe behind their shuttered windows and doors. But you get rounded up. So, Morg, when the Templars and the half-giants and the soldiers move in, and they snatch you up and they say, "You're a slave now. You're coming with us for the glory of Kalak to build the ziggurat." And you have no say in it. What's your reaction? How do you deal with that situation?
Wait, I thought I was born into slavery.
Well, you could be a slave that isn't like restricted to an area. Like you might have a slave and you send them out into the market to do shopping, and then they come back home because they're a slave. What are they gonna do? A runaway slave gets like sent to the gladiator pits to die. So like, obviously, if you don't want to get murdered as a slave, you're probably gonna stay a slave and follow the rules.
It's like, wait, I'm already a slave. I already have a master. Where are you taking me?
Yes, they pay no heed. Are you going to violently resist, or are you going to allow them to take you into slavery?
I'm not going to violently resist, but I will, like, try to wiggle free of them.
Wiggle.
if I would I don't know, wherever my master's home is, I would try to run towards my master's place.
You're gonna run?
All right. You attempt to escape, but as I said, the streets are blocked at both ends, and you are eventually knocked out with a sap that hits you in the back of the head when you're not looking.
Okay.
All right. So that was your choice that led you into your current slavery situation, and you can tell that to the others. You're sort of like, how did you get here story, right? What are you in for? That's the line.
Captured.
Alright.
Cornered like a rat.
Do you want to add anything else from your backstory to tell your new comrades in slavery?
Not at the moment.
All right, you're a quiet mull. Grumpy because you've been press ganged into slavery. All right, Mad God.
Yes, come think of it. So, Caster's not here, so I can get rid of Norcus for now.
Yep, he's not here yet.
Yeah.
He'll
I
arrive
would
in the
have
next
Diamond's character,
batch.
Yeah.
Diamond
would
needs a
add Diamond's
Yonti.
Do you have a picture of a 1T?
Wait, which one is Diamond's character model?
He doesn't have one.
Oh.
I asked him to make one. He didn't.
Let me look one up. Just give you the general gist.
Although spawning it in would. What about this?
Let's see.
I got this bag, but I don't
look-
think any of those models work.
Oh, it said basilisk. I expected a snake. Why is it a
Oh
chicken?
wow. That's his model now. I'm sorry.
Give me one moment. I'm putting the picture up right now. This is what a UNT pure blood looks like. Very human, but with subtle snake-like features.
All right.
Okay. Is
Are you
that the
male or
one that
female?
yours looks like?
Can I choose?
He's gender ambiguous.
Can I
You
go
have-
for both? I'm male. I'm male.
I was going to say go fuck yourself, but okay.
Sure.
Guess you
Some,
can-
How do you make
some
yourself
things
pregnant?
can do that.
Oh, Diamond, you're not even on the table. I was gonna say look through this bag and find a figurine that
Reason, I don't know. But
will work for now.
Oh,
I
did,
think the word is androgynous.
Here,
Maybe.
here you go.
Could be
don't
real
you mean
meta.
hermaphroditic?
I have no idea.
don't you mean Greek?
Bird snake.
Bird person, no.
Whatever.
Real reptiles have feathers.
Anywho, the
Jesus Christ, man. Where'd
server
you get
must have
tits?
kicked me out.
Yeah, I see that.
Regardless, I'm coming back in just as soon as tabletop decides to load up the menu. There. Right.
I'll be right back. Someone's giving me a phone call. I'll be back very soon then.
Sure.
I mean, if the bag that you're referring to is a bag of miniatures, I mean, any human figurine would work just as well. Like I said, Yuan Ti purebloods are.
I picked out this Egyptian mage that has a snake head. For now, as a temporary fix.
Right. So I suppose you would like me. I thought it was Mad God's turn, but I suppose you would like me to introduce my character now.
You're a little lower on the list. Mad God, introduce your
Yeah.
character.
Run that if you want to use that. Okay, so, do I do this in character or just like a general?
In
ipso
character, you are introduced to new people as you've just been thrown into slavery. So make some friends or die.
facto? Okay, can I get like an atmosphere? Like, have I just been thrown into a room with all these people or what?
As I described, you were brought in, you were processed, you were shaved, stripped of your items, you were thrown into the slave pits overnight where it was cold and you had no shelter, and everybody, the 1,000 slaves in the slave pits, are all huddled together for warmth throughout the night. And it's still dark. The morning hasn't even come around yet, so this is your first night in the slave pits.
Okay, I bow my head down low and I say to my companions, I am I am Daluk. And that's it.
Did you give a fake name? I thought your name was Varenza.
No, that's Psycho's character.
That's Psycho's character. What's your character? Is your character even on here?
Are you yellow now?
Taruk.
Yeah,
That's
you are
that's
yellow
your
now.
character.
Okay.
Yeah, that's throwing me off that
I
you're
was,
yellow.
I was looking at Soul. I'm like, what?
Wait, who's character model?
Yeah, I'm just not used to who's who yet.
Okay,
I
so
know, I know which one I am, of course.
okay,
and-
right. So ready? I'm gonna go through it all. Me, Long, Sia, Psycho, Diamond.
Right, got you, Gucci. This
Alright.
map is humongous.
So Mad God, Taruk didn't say much. You're in here because you were out in public somewhere in town. The red sky above Tyr was smudged with soot from cooking fires. The thick odor of exotic spices hang in the still air. A dull broil radiates from the stonework walls, and people bustle hotly through the streets. As you round a corner, someone suddenly knocks you sprawling into a fruit vendor's stall. The young
Okay.
nobleman Verassi of Minther moves through the market with a number of powerful bodyguards. You've been purposely shoved by a gladiator slave of this young nobleman. 3 gladiators, callously clearing a path for their master through the crowd, are knocking people back left and right, and you are one of them. You're knocked into the fruit stand, which sends fruit toppling to the dirty street. The fruit vendor shouts in outrage, panicked at the loss of his merchandise. The fruit vendor is a mole slave who will be punished severely for any losses. The wailing mole is panicked by the loss of his fruit. He claims exorbitant damages, hoping for a large payment to placate his master. He screams loudly about robbery and vandalism. Look at this, the finest fruit in Tyr, all ruined in mush. The nobleman says, I, Senator Verassi, do not abide threats from rabble. Templars, deal with them. And he jingles a bag of coins. The vendor yells, Thief! Thief am I? My master will beat me with 1,000 canes when he hears of this. So, Mad God, you are embroiled in this situation suddenly. You're being blamed for accosting a nobleman and for damaging a fruit vendor's stand, and the Templars are coming. How do you react to this situation?
Well, how does anyone react to the situation? I pull up my fists. I begin to charge myself with adrenaline, and I valiantly run away as fast as I can. Run away! Run away!
We get a clap for that
Honestly,
one.
I run as fast as I can.
All right. You attempt to run away. However, the Templar uses a spell, a hold person spell, and your body is paralyzed suddenly, and you're taken into custody.
Damn it.
So that's how you got here. Do you want to tell your new allies anything about how you got thrown into prison?
Okay. I'm going to say lowly under my breath to my companions. This was all in Tyr, right? The city of Tyr.
Yes. This probably happened right over in the market in the merchant district. So this probably happened like right here, and now you're here.
Okay. I'm going to. Cass is asking if we're still streaming. I'm
Yes.
going to say to my companions in a low tone, the nobleman of your city, not good, not nice. Where I come from, you help where you can. You do not hurt for no reason. I do not like Tyr. I will persist. And that's it.
All right. Psycho Frog, it's your
Yeah.
turn. Introduce your character.
Do you want me to go through my background or what I would say to?
Yeah,
Just a little
initially,
bit
like
brief.
I just want like the introduction, so like say hello,
give us
I
a-
am, and like what you are and stuff to your allies, and
A
then I'll
brief description of your character.
brief description of your character, and then I'll go into what got you here.
All right. So Vrensa is a human beastmaster. She has a Jakar, which is kind of like a lizard hound, as her
Welcome back.
bound pet. Although Daggermaw is not around right now due to various reasons, which I'm sure Ninja will explain later. That's about it. She's originally an important point is that she's originally from, is it pronounced Uruk?
Uruk. Yep.
Uruk. She was originally from Uruk. It is and is on the run from the law. So she ended up in Tyr and has been working as a bounty hunter. She was a bounty hunter specializing in getting criminals in Uruk, since they have a very strictly enforced code of laws. However, since getting to Tyr, she's been forced, due to her circumstances, to be much less picky in the type of bounties that she takes. So in addition to hunting down criminals, she's also hunted down escaped slaves and perhaps on occasion less savory contracts, although she's not a fan of those and is very much keeps an eye out for betrayal, because that's how she got screwed over in Uruk.
Mm. So the way that you got thrown into slavery, it was nighttime at a quiet inn. You were enjoying your spicy bowls of stewed lizard and kank honey. A slave bearing a pot of stew crashes into a Thri-kreen customer. Hot broth sprays everything, soaking your clothing in stinging heat. The soaked Thri-kreen next to you in the next table over clacks in irritation. Seeing the accident, the innkeeper blusters over, berates his slave. He orders free drinks as recompense for you and invites you to name the slave's punishment. The innkeeper fawns nervously. Clumsy oaf, I curse the day I bought you. My greatest apologies for the slave's graceless behavior. Name his punishment, whatever amuses you. The Thri-kreen says, perhaps, click, click. I could eat you, click, says the Thri-kreen to the slave. The Thri-kreen becomes less irritated and more amused, but the slave is cowering in fear. So, what do? Do you show mercy to the slave, or do you command the innkeeper to feed him to the Thri-kreen? How do you react to this situation?
Going back, I gotta restart my computer.
Well, Rensa pretty much her inclination. She's not a fan of people. She prefers the wilderness. She's run across Thri-kreen multiple times while out exploring the wilderness. She actually speaks Thri-kreen or understands Thri-kreen, although doesn't speak it. Not a fan of their dietary habits, but is pretty much going to stay out of it. She's not one to get involved in somebody else's interpersonal conflict unless they're a friend or an ally. She really doesn't give a crap about
So
other
does
people
that
if they're
mean
not
you
close to
accept
her.
the drinks but offer no suggestion of punishment?
Yeah, she's not gonna offer a suggestion of punishment. She will suggest that perhaps death is a bit harsh, but is not gonna go and stand in the way of the Thri-kreen having a sentient meal, if that's what he wants to do.
The Thri-kreen accepts the drink from the innkeeper and chugs it down in between its mandibles, glug, 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 and then it goes, makes a bunch of clicking noises in happiness at the drink. The slave is going to thank you for showing mercy. So, all right, you accept the drink and you grow groggy and you pass out. And the next thing you know, you're awaking. It's perfectly dark and you awake and your hands are bound and somebody says, "Oh, you're awake."
Am I on a cart?
You're on a cart
right.
and your cart is rolling.
Of course.
Mhm.
Meme land, we have arrived.
It does seem meme-ish, but this was written long before Skyrim was ever a thing. But basically, the innkeeper has a deal with the Templars, and he drugs people and then sells them into slavery. So it's very corrupt, and you got
Yeah.
hustled. Both you and the Thri-kreen, you're both in the same wagon, being dragged to the slave pits, and that's how you
The
got.
Thri-kreen,
See,
the
I-
Thri-kreen turns
I
to
turned
you,
to
and
the-
the Thri-kreen turns to you, and he goes, "Hey, you! Heard you were in that Imperial ambush.
Yep.
Finally awake. Damn elves."
Actually, Brenson's gonna turn to the Thri-kreen and assume he at least understands Common, even though he can't speak it, and just say, "This is why I hate people."
Yes.
Hey, I can't pick a cover, it's saying I have an unsupported file format.
Hang on. Let
Yeah,
me
yeah,
promote you.
you're,
Try
you're
now.
red on our screen.
You just didn't have a
My,
promote.
my question, Ninja, to you is Brensa clearly would have had Daggermaw with her at the inn. How does Daggermaw react to Brensa being drugged and I'm assuming at some point picked up and dragged away?
Daggermaw escapes and will follow you at a distance and rejoin you when he can.
Ah, there we go.
She.
She.
Daggermaw is a she.
That's fine. So Daggermaw will be around, but will rejoin you when you attain freedom.
Okay. Fair enough.
All right. So
Clearly thought discretion was the better part of valor there.
right.
Can I respond to Varenza?
Oh yeah, you're welcome to talk to each other. This is all supposed to be in character, meeting each other.
So when I meet the other party members in the slave pits, look around myself and say, well, I ended up here anyhow, tried to avoid it, traveled halfway across the damn desert, and still ended up a slave. That fucking innkeeper.
What a bastard, right?
He's made an enemy today.
Yes.
And
Tarek.
he'll learn about it eventually.
Tarek is going
Daggermaw
to
will have a fine meal.
Tarek is going to chuckle underneath his breath slightly, and he's going to say, "Ironic, you hunt those that have escaped freedom, and yet now you cannot escape it yourself."
I change colors.
Oh, it's just a matter of time.
All right.
That's it.
Caster, you're here, right?
Yeah, I'm here now.
Caster, introduce your character.
Hello there. I am Norcus.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even have my character set up. Shit.
You know, even though you haven't been introduced yet, you can still talk. So, like Sol, Diamond, you can still have an impact on the conversation, even though you haven't been
Correct.
introduced yet.
Tell us
So-
about your person.
Well, he's a an elf. Where the fuck did I put him? Hang on. He seems like weak to you. Like you can just see that this guy does not have many muscles on him. He gets by. Seems be just like he just looks like he's he's able to withstand most of the harsh heat out here.
A resilient elf.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Sia, I want you to introduce your character too, and then I'm going to do you and Caster, like how you got thrown in prison at the same time.
Oh, okay. Hello. I am playing. My character's name is Soul. I am a half elf bard. I stand a whole 6'5.5". The 0.5 is very important. I like long walks on the beach. My favorite type of meat is pig. What else?
Are you a Taurus?
Pretty much, yeah. I spent most of my life studying song, and I got here through bad circumstances or bad luck, whatever you prefer.
My favorite color is blue.
My favorite color is actually orange. Thank you, Ninja. And this is my first time playing Dark Sun. Bit of player info there.
This is not a game.
All right, so
This is real life.
Look
hang
at
on.
me.
So
I am the slave now.
Sia and Caster, both of you were in a wine shop, settling in for some drinks after a long day at a local establishment. The cool air in your lungs and the sweet wine on your lips eases the day's tensions. All about, a cheerful clink of mugs and rattle of conversation fills the air, and a rich aroma of roasting meat bodes well for the meal to come. Suddenly, the door bursts open. It's like a saloon, so it's got those swinging doors that are only like half doors, and they come flying open, and a woman runs in a huff. She's breathing heavy. She looks around the room hastily and begins to move from table to table looking for a seat. And she eventually notices that there's an empty seat in between where Sia and Caster Blaster's characters were seated at the bar. And so this woman's going to sit herself right in between the two of you And she's going to look at you and say, "It's been so long. How's your family?" And then right after that, moments later, through the door bursts a bunch of Templars. They come into the room, they seal the exits, and one of them shouts, "Where's the renegade preserver?" Nobody in the room says a word.
Who are you talking to?
King Calic will favor anyone able to help us. And then, like, one of the Templars grabs one of the patrons and swivels their head around and screams at him, "Look at Templar Mandax when he speaks." And he's like an angry-looking Mulgard. So, like, the two of you were sitting in between, or, like, the woman is sitting in between the two of you, and she just sort of generally looked at each of you and said, "It's been so long. How's your family?" as if she knew you.
Look, lady, I don't know who the fuck you are, but leave me alone. I'm out of this.
And, Sia, what does your character say?
They're doing great. Thanks for asking. How's yours been?
Oh, excellent, excellent. It's been so long. I haven't seen you since, when was it? 4 months back? And she just strikes up a fake conversation.
Yes. It's been so long. Like, how's work been? Treating you?
I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
All right. You get up and
Yeah.
try to go to the bathroom. The Templars are going to block the exit.
All right then. I guess I go in the old bathroom in the tavern.
Oh, nice. I can't remember your name. Sally, was it?
What?
I don't know. I can't come up with a fake name.
I know.
Is it like what race is this woman? Human?
Hang on a second. I'm looking up the stats here.
Oh.
Not that one. Not that one.
Every time we go into backstory, in the distant past.
In a long, long time ago.
I'm pretty sure she's human.
All right.
Hmm.
So is Sally a good name? Sally.
Sure.
Yes. How long has it been, Sally?
She fights to seem calm. She studies the reactions of you. Because you're playing along, she smiles to show reassurance and relaxes a little bit. The Templar shouts at everybody, "Is nobody going to reveal this renegade among you? Then I'll arrest the lot of you." And he commands his guards to arrest everybody in the tavern and throw them all into slavery.
Now you're going to explain what this renegade even looks like because you didn't explain what he or she is, what he or she looks like.
She is
Ow.
a human woman.
Oh, you mean the one that just walked in?
Yeah, the one that just walked
That
in.
one? Oh, yeah, I mean like that one over there.
Oh wow.
I wonder if there's an image here.
Self-preservation. All right.
He's still gonna arrest you though.
He does that. That's just a bitch move.
If he does, that's a bitch move.
It really is.
Only pussies arrest people.
What
Hmm.
about my favor with the Sorcerer King?
All right.
That was a lie, obviously.
If you're looking at the stream, here's a picture of her. This is what she looks like. So she's got like a necklace and an earring. She's got kind of long hair. Typical human-looking face. I guess she's wearing a dress. All right. Enough of that. So yeah, that was her. And all of that got you thrown in prison along with a bunch of these other guys here who were not too happy about it.
No, you people.
All right. So I guess last but not least, Diamond Dragon.
Wait, as I'm getting arrested, I like to say, and to think getting a drink could be this unpleasant. Fuck.
Right?
All right.
This is why I don't drink.
My character is Traxus, a traveler from the far, far east, seeking knowledge about the nature of the world and how it has changed from days past, living out in the waste, just as a nomadic traveler, resting every so often at a city and then moving on to the next, making friends with the wildlife out there, especially the serpents. until one fateful day of running into a band of roving slavers, putting up a valiant fight with the use of magic, natural magic, and her animal friends, but unfortunately was overwhelmed.
Is that how you got into slavery? You wanna say you got captured?
Yes.
All right. I was gonna press gang you anyway, like I did earlier with Long, but that's the same deal basically. So yeah, they have been gathering up people. Did you put up a fight? You
Yes.
said you struggled a little bit.
Violently.
All right.
Yes.
So, what's your character's name?
Traxxas.
Traxxas. All right. So Traxxas, when you put up a fight and try to resist being press ganged, one of the other people that they had already captured, named Aramis, jumps to your assistance, and he screams out, "I'll help you!" And he puts up a valiant effort trying to fend off the Templars and the half-giant guards with you, but eventually you are both subdued and pressed into slavery. However, because you put up a fight, Aramis considers you a brave person and an ally.
Nice. Hope he doesn't mind the snake eyes I have.
Well,
Actually,
a lot of people have
as-
mutations. It's not that strange, really.
Well,
Pretty
I
sure
was gonna
Sia has
say,
cat eyes.
You get
As a
people with
traveler, I
pointy
would have
ears.
a-
You get people with scales. You get people with like weird colors and extra fingers. Bronze skin. That's a real common mutation on Athos.
well, yeah. I mean, it's sunny.
I guess they build up a natural resistance to the sun's rays. Turn all bronze.
Yesterday my life filled with rain.
All right. So that's the introduction for everybody. Anybody who's not here today, like Creus, will join in the next session and will be a late arrival that got here by different means. But for now, the dawn's sort of cresting over the walls of the city, and when light pours into the slave pits, a bunch of guards come in.
I'm back.
So the guards come into the slave pits and they start going into all the different areas of the pits, and they start prodding people, and they pull out the whips, and there's overseers that are whipping people and ordering them to gather up into different work crews. Like there's a bunch of different work crews that they're forming up. So he'll be shouting, "You there, get over there with the bricklayers. You there, get over there with the mud stirrers. You there, get over there cutting wood supports." And he's commanding different people into different groups, whipping people that are slow. A couple of slaves actually froze to death during the night, and the guards that are going around, they're dragging the bodies away. And anybody that's slow to jump into line, they're like beating them with clubs.
I do have a question.
Yeah.
Are there any animals that live in the slave pits as well?
There's probably
mean, like
rats
rat.
around. Like
And yes.
you're likely to see a rat or two.
All right. I'll probably like during the nighttime, I'll probably use my animal friendship on a rat to and speak with animal in order to kind of gain a little furry ally.
Sure.
Normally I would be able to do animal friendship for free up to my wisdom modifier per day with snakes. But since it's a rat, I'm going to actually expend a spell slot in order to do so.
Gotcha.
Can you do that?
Are you doing it secretly, or are you doing it out in the open?
It would be at night, so yes, I would be doing it secretly.
Cool.
This
Yes,
one is
no.
already my pet.
the Wet Kings.
Well,
Interacting.
animal friendship requires you to have a material component, a morsel of food. Do you have a morsel of food?
You can cut off a piece of skin.
Ew.
I mean, that's possible, yes.
Yeah, if you want a rat companion and you need food, that's the most reasonable thing.
Getting food would be tricky. You'd have to get it from somebody else.
Cut it from your own skin.
I can just straight up talk to animals.
All right. So everybody, do you obey orders and get into the work crew that you're assigned to?
Yeah, I don't want to be. Yeah,
For the time being.
All right.
I don't want to be hit with a club. Look at my strength. It's low.
All right. So, the overseer is going to shout at everybody. It's gonna be a long, hot day, so get your water now. And there's like a well, like one of those pump wells, and there's a couple of really big half-giant guards, and they'll give each slave exactly one pump on that well. So you better be in line with your little tiny water skin that they give you, and you better fill that thing up when they give you the chance, because there's not going to be another chance. So all of you got up quickly, and so you're in line, and you're able to get your water skin. So everybody's got their little dish, right? And you get a half gallon of water, and that's all you
Alright,
get.
adding that to my inventory.
Is that the half gallon that's already in the dish, or is that another
Yes,
half
yeah,
gallon?
the one that's in the dish. That's what you get.
What the fuck?
I prepared it in advance, knowing you would get it.
Nice.
Wait, the one that's in the water skin.
Yeah, yeah.
So
You
do I just,
you get a tiny
It's
water
right
skin,
there
and
under-
they have a well pump, and you're allowed to fill it up at the beginning of the day. So you get a half gallon in your tiny water skin.
I'm just gonna put a half dash mark half gallon.
And they'll explain your shifts. You're only going to get 2 breaks during the day, and then there's going to be a meal at night, and you'll get another refill of your water at night. So you'll get 1 gallon for the day, in 2 halves, one at the beginning, one at the end. And the shift is like an all-day shift, and you have to work hard. They're going to command that you work as hard as you can, because it's like those quotas have to be met, or you're all gonna get it. And he like whips people just to show he means business. So, let's see.
I say under my breath, pussy.
Pussy.
He's gonna look at your
Hey.
group, and he's going to roll an insight to see what kind of group you have. He's got like a 10. He thinks that your group looks strong enough that he's going to put you to work.
This dude doesn't know shit.
He's gonna put you to work hauling bricks.
Oh, I'm dead. I
All
am
6 of
dead.
us.
All of you. So all of you
Dude.
go on the same work crew, and the overseer that takes you is going to take you over towards the brickyards. So he leads you across the yard over to these buildings over here.
Ninja, I have a strength score of 8. Why would you do this to me?
Mm.
Same here. Why?
We are dead.
Well, I rolled poorly on his insight, and he thought you were stronger than you are.
Oh yes. Oh, the only person he looked at was the fucking half.
All he
giant.
looked at was the mole. It was like, yeah, good enough.
Yeah, like the fucking half giant. They didn't even look at us at all.
All right. Let me type all your names in here so I can create like a note about how well you do. All right. So I need everybody to haul bricks. Roll a strength athletics. DC 15.
Alright, so
Well,
thanks to being a bard, I have half proficiency. Let's go. So that is a 0 because I had an 8. Okay.
No, I forgot you guys do it in.
Nat 20.
Strength saving throw?
How do you use the dice roll over here?
Roll an athletic check.
What's your total psych?
Oh, athletics. Okay.
I rolled a nat 20.
So no
I
modifier.
got a 7.
No modifier.
What's
Hang on,
my
I-
athletics again?
I got
have
it.
Seven.
I got it.
proficiency in athletics.
Brenta is quite
I'm
quick,
still
but
making my
not
character, by the way.
particularly strong.
Ouch.
Ooh. What is your strength, Diamond?
0.
So Mad got a
Like
7.
on your character sheet, 0 strength.
It's 0 modifier. It's 10.
Long, what did you have?
Yeah, I don't even have my.
What do we have per proficiency at level 3? 2, right?
2.
Okay. Plus
Why are
strength.
you on my rollers? These are my rollers. What are you doing?
Just roll a d20 and plus.
Yeah,
Hang on.
I think it's plus 5. 24.
24. That's a good roll.
Right. Strength. My strength is plus 3, right?
It says here your athletics
Two.
is 3. You don't have proficiency in it according to this.
Why not? I am a mole
You made your character.
and a barbarian.
You gotta type a number, Hunter.
Yeah.
You're on my character sheet. Long.
Okay, save strength. You
I'm
said.
not looking at your character sheet. I'm just using your roller, but from like
Alright,
my character normally I have.
Diamond, what did you get?
It
I
was
got a
check.
5.
It was a 5?
Was it a check strength or save strength?
It is a skill check, strength athletics, to haul bricks all day.
What is your
Oh
athletics?
wait, never mind. D.
Oh, athletics.
Strength athletics for hauling bricks all day. 8 hours.
What is your athletics bonus?
And hang on.
It's 1, and there's no need for the second
Yeah,
or the save.
I'm having some fucking issues over here.
Did you forget how to use Avray?
Yes, help.
You spelled check wrong. There we go.
15.
Oh, you just made it.
Yeah, brother. Let's go.
Okay, so what I'm seeing is 3 successes, 3 failures. That's not good. That's not good.
Sucks to suck, losers.
So, Mad God, the Overseer whips you. You take 4 points of slashing damage. Diamond, the Overseer whips you. You take 3 points of slashing damage. Sia, the Overseer whips you. You take 2 points of slashing damage.
He went soft on you.
All right, so that's like whipping you get throughout the day to speed you up, but you end up like not working up to expectations and doing a poor job.
Where do I put damage on the character sheet? Just change my current hit points.
Oh, never mind. I don't have proficiency in athletics for my race. I was looking.
I wouldn't
at
do that on a
different race.
character sheet. I always do that on the figurine, or if you got like a little notepad, you could just write the number on. Yeah, just keep track
I
of
write
it.
it down. Taking out my notebook that I never use. Huzzah!
I got a little notebook right here. I write on it. Got a little pen and notes. Picked up 3 for $1. Works good.
How long do we get to rest per day?
You get a normal
you get 2
8-hour
breaks.
rest period.
I'm sorry, I meant like breaks.
You get 2 breaks. Each break is maybe, I don't know, like 10 minutes.
Damn it.
I got like a little black notebook I never use.
During one of those breaks, can I make a survival check to try and capture a scorpion?
Hmm.
That's
There are no scorpions in the yard. Starving people would have caught them and eaten them.
Mhm.
Poisonous though,
figure out
so they're
another-
dead now.
yeah. They're dead. Like King Cobra's over here.
So there's no animals whatsoever in the yard that I could possibly catch for food.
No. After dinner, sometimes a rat will come through and see if there's any scraps, but that's about it.
Gotcha.
Okay, so after you work all day, you're struggling to move these big, giant, heavy bricks, and you're carrying them up the stairs of the ziggurat, and then you go back and you get another one, and you just do that all day long. It's really hot, miserable work. Now, around noon, the temperature goes way up for several hours out of the day. And because the temperature went up, it doubles everybody's water requirements for the day. So if you're a typical medium creature, you go from needing 1 gallon a day to needing 2, which is bad. So
Well,
Right.
so at the end of the day, the final alarm rings and everybody is allowed to go to the kitchens where the guards are preparing a meal. And what they have is they have these big giant cook pots and they're cooking gruel. And the gruel is just like a mix of like bad grains that are all full of weevils and like semi-spoiled vegetables and just like anything that's like mildly edible, like slightly off meat, and just like a whole mix of weird things like scraps. They throw it in here and they throw it in this big cook pot and they boil it real hard. And after it's cooked, everybody's able to get like a little wooden bowl or like a turtle shell or something that serves as a bowl. And they give you a couple pounds of this disgusting gruel, and it's all you get. However, 2 pounds of food is usually enough for everybody of medium size. If you were a half giant, you'd still be hungry, but most of the regular sized people can survive on 2 pounds of disgusting gruel. Okay.
I'll eat half and save the rest in somewhere.
All right. So Diamond,
Eats
because
back
because you did not eat enough today, I need you to roll a con save, DC 15.
Okay, let me check my con.
I don't think we have anything to save our gruel in. We have loincloths. What do you think?
You can put it in your water skin and mix it with your water.
Oh, that's
yeah,
disgusting.
Keep it in
that's
your
what I was
mouth.
thinking.
That's disgusting.
It's disgusting, but it's effective.
You're gonna have like watered down oatmeal.
You're gonna have liquid
16.
throw up in your water skin.
Yeah.
Oh,
There, I made these
So-
two
Like,
cards here.
Protein shake, very poorly mixed protein shake.
I don't think there's any protein in that long.
Now with the meal, you also get another half-gallon of water. I've got the little like water thing here, so you can each grab like another half-gallon of water. But if you're gonna consume water, make sure you delete your little thing.
Well,
no.
at the end of the
I'm-
day, I'll consume a half-gallon of water.
Are we thirsty enough? How on a thirst meter? How thirsty am I?
Everybody wants 2 gallons of water because it was a hot day.
Ooh.
We already
Everybody
have a
has
half-gallon in
a
our-
gallon of water.
I'll drink some water.
Well,
Like half
well,
of mine.
Brent's gonna drink all her water. The whole gallon.
I'm gonna drink
And
half
eat
of my
all
gallon.
of her gruel.
All right.
Eat all
She
my
knows
gruel.
that you need to do what you can to survive.
I mean,
I'm
hey,
looking-
free water's free water. Let's go.
Like I said, I'm gonna drink half of my half a gallon. And I'm gonna eat all my gruel as well.
Wait,
Oh.
how big are our water skins though? Can they even store like additional if we were to save it?
Your water
skins
skin-
can typically
Your water skin, I think, can hold 4 of these pips.
5
so,
gallons.
Okay,
2 gallons total.
so 2 gallons.
Each of these is a half gallon. It's a small water skin, and they give you a tiny one.
Oh.
So each one can only
So
hold a
what
gallon,
about-
and they give you about a half gallon at a time. You can store up one. You could have a full gallon if you store it. But that's all that will fit in the water skin. And yes, because the gruel
Okay.
is a liquid, you could try to fit that in the water skin too. It's got like maybe like a screw-off cap, and then you could just pour it.
It's still disgusting.
Yeah, I
I'm-
mean, yeah, you could do
I'm
it if you
just
want.
gonna eat all of my gruel and do the same thing, kind of Zalder, and drink one of the half gallons and save the other one. Actually, no,
Loses
never
Zalder
mind.
what she
It's
eats.
hot. I'm gonna. Sorry, Zalder. Psycho Frog. His Brits.
Brent's
Actually, I'm gonna actually drink all of my gallons since it's hot.
Yeah.
It's we need our double.
Okay, so because
Just
you need
basically
2 gallons, if you drink your full 1 gallon, that's half of what you needed, which gives you a save. So you can make a DC 15 con save to avoid a level of exhaustion, as long as you're drinking half of what you require.
Okay.
Brent's a
DC
fail.
15. So, con saves I am proficient in because I'm a barbarian.
Let's
12.
go.
Yeah, Long's probably going to have the easiest time with this dehydration stuff because he can make those con saves. And if you have a
You have,
high con to begin with, you don't have to eat as often.
Ability,
Do you have exhaustion tokens?
No.
Constitution.
It's a good idea. I should have
I
those.
do. Hang on, I've got cards that can do them.
Say that and I still fail.
All right.
Oh, really? What did you roll?
A 9 plus 4.
So He-Man, you take 4 points of temporary con damage.
Con damage. Ow.
Yeah, it sucks. If you
What
don't drink
about
enough,
Brent, though?
you quickly will die.
Question: can we keep the bowls?
Yeah, can we?
Can we?
I mean, hey, it's
Mm,
good for holding food storage.
Go for a helmet.
I'm gonna need you to
But
roll
yeah.
a sleight of hand to hide your bowl. If you can hide your
hang
bowl
on.
from the guards, yes.
Can I roll one too?
Yeah, if you want to.
All right.
If the guards see you have the bowl, they'll take it from you. But if you manage to hide it in your pants or something, then they won't.
I have a +4 in sleight of hand.
Yeah, you're probably gonna get it.
Oh, no.
The guards are barely paying attention today, so you probably.
Are you fucking kidding me?
You gotta.
I got an
Oh, man.
8. What proficiency?
Yeah,
So
I
8
got-
+4.
8 is okay. 8 is enough.
Oh,
Okay, good.
Like I said, the guards are barely paying attention today. I rolled really low.
So
What'd you
It'll
roll?
be
There's
good.
a very good reason I want to keep this bowl, and it's a good thing that a couple of you also kept your bowls.
I mean, hey, I'm just doing
Did
something.
we?
I'm
need to-
keeping it as a food bowl.
I'm keeping it as protection for my head,
Mhm.
like like so the sun doesn't beam in my eye,
Right.
and I don't get too hot. Like wear like a.
That's the thing. If they see you, they will take it immediately, so that ain't gonna work.
Are they like keeping eyes on us working 24/7?
Yes.
So He-Man, or not He-Man, Long. What's your character's alignment?
I am chaotic good.
All right. You become more chaotic as you start to think about stealing other people's water.
So Ninja.
Oh,
So
no.
Brenta also failed her con save. So what are the consequences on that?
All right. So if you drink at least half of your water, you can make a con save. Otherwise, you
Yeah.
automatically take the con damage. But when you fail, you take the con damage anyway.
Which is
2 points of con damage. Also, for both of you that took the con damage, He-Man or Long and you, you get 1 level of exhaustion.
okay. I need to find something I can use an exhaustion token.
I drank half of my half a
That's
gallon.
fine.
What do I get any con damage?
Yeah, you
You
get
got-
automatic con damage.
Oh, how much that?
3 con damage.
If my con reaches 0, will I just die?
Yes. Yeah, that's how it works. 0 con is
Ooh.
death.
Ooh.
So
Should not have drink in your quarter water.
So here you guys will quickly realize after 1 day of this that you're gonna have to think on your feet and come up with some solutions. Like, how do you get more food? How do you get more water? How are you going to survive? That's the main thing that you should think about now that you're back in the slave pens at night. So this is like your chance to RP and talk amongst each other, come up with plans, think about like your situation, ask questions, do whatever you want to do.
How many?
I already have a
Where-
plan.
How many
Yes,
slaves are in the slave pit?
There's-
Sorry, go ahead.
Too many to count. At least 1,000.
So you're telling me I could steal? Okay, got it.
Well,
Hey,
I
there-
would, I would
Man,
ask the members of the group that I was working with to kind of huddle in a sequestered corner as I have a plan.
So this is all in character. Talk to each other.
Yes. So
Plan-
Trappist will say, if you would, what's the word I'm looking for? Well, if you would hear me, I have a means of getting us more water.
I'm listening.
So
Oh,
dehydrated. What is this way to get more water?
I
Yeah,
managed
water.
to sneak out my bowl. If any of you snuck out your bowls, place them in the center of this circle, and then I will cast a spell to give us water.
Oh.
Yo, here we go.
Oh,
I-
I think
Uh-oh.
you need to let Diamond know some banned spells, Ninja.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
doing
so
Our
great.
son has a
Water.
ban list.
Create water doesn't
Yeah.
exist, sorry.
The plan
Yeah.
doesn't work. Ooh.
No,
Oh.
I
Create
have
water is a ban. Go ahead.
I have a different means.
Yeah, what's that?
I'm sure it's going to be banned, but go on.
I'm sure the second you realize what it does, so I said, "Oh, surprisingly, it's bad."
A still.
Still. Well, you know all of your stuff was taken away, right?
Yes, but that doesn't. Well, we have bowls. We have a means. We have our bowls, so we have a means of creating a still.
So what you're saying is you're gonna become a moisture farmer on Tatooine.
Yeah.
What is this? I'm googling this. What is this thing?
It's basically
Yes.
like taking moisture or other water and then trying to, just get the.
Dig
Like
into
the fire
we
part.
dig into this. We dig into the sand a little bit, at least until we
Try to
hit.
make a well.
Yes, an air. We can make a small depression in the sand, low enough in which moisture from the air will collect. We'll need a cover, so someone is going to need to get us a cover for the still, so that we have a means of putting a cover over it, so all the water collects, and then pretty sure we can find a
I can
small
do it.
stone to set on the middle and make a still.
Do we have? What do we get? Do we just lay down like? Okay, usually when I think of this whole shit, we have like stone pillows or some shit.
We don't even have pillows.
Oh, we don't?
No,
Are we like we
We're
only have a blanket.
slaves.
We sleep on the ground.
We got a loincloth.
We barely get
People
one.
water.
suffer from being cold. We don't get blankets.
We do get a blanket.
Oh, do we?
Yeah.
Oh, we do?
Isn't that what you said, Ninja, on the character sheet
Yeah,
blanket?
Hang on a second.
One
I'm
blanket.
watching an episode of Mythbusters where they determine whether you can get enough drinking water from a solar still or not.
No.
Um,
One still would not produce enough. One still would not produce enough. You'd have to make multiple
What-
stills. But
But
But we got like free bowls.
Or we can just steal water from slaves that like they're about to die.
That is true. We can also do that.
They're weak. Well, how are they going to fight back?
I don't
Yeah,
think
well, yeah,
I don't think that a bowl is going to be enough. You need to gather materials, and if you're going to gather materials, you're going to need to acquire them from within the slave pens here.
all right, boys, get these weak bone noodles out.
So there are
Well-
materials here. The slave pens are not completely devoid of stuff. You'd be surprised how much stuff is smuggled into the slave pits. People can get their hands on things like you came in fairly empty-handed, but you notice that some people here have more stuff than others. In fact, there are some people among the slaves that even have weapons for some reason. They seem to have formed into like little cliques and gangs. And there's like some of the races are banding together, so there's like a group of elves that are really mean and they don't like anybody, and then there's like some half giants that are off on their own, and there's a lot of humans that mill about. Although some of them are from different cultures, like there's a few Urukites that are off on their own because the Tyrians really don't like them very much. They've been at war for too many centuries.
Can I make a perception check to try and find the oldest person around? I want to try and find who's been here the longest.
Sure. Look around. Roll it.
I will make that
Alright.
perception check.
And when he's doing that, can I look for the person that looks like the most weak? Like, like brittle bones, like skeleton pretty much, but still has water?
No,
So-
noodle bone.
Every day, some people die of dehydration, exhaustion,
I got a 24.
sickness. So if it's nighttime and you skulk around with a stealth check, you might be able to find somebody who is dead or close to death and rob them.
Can I do that when it's nighttime, or
Yeah.
can I do it just roll it now?
Well, technically, it is
I
nighttime
got-
right now.
Oh, so just stealth check?
If you wanna
While we're
do
having
some
our meal and
thievery, you
stuff.
can do that.
While we're having our meal and stuff, can I try to persuade the guards to give us extra water because it was a hot day, and you don't want your workers dying.
He said with
22.
his
They can't work for you, right?
He said with his 8 charisma.
22 on a
So-
stealth check. I could ask, but I'm already stealing water.
That's a good stealth check. So Long, roll a persuasion.
Okay.
Come on, Long.
This ball is fucking up my rolls.
Long.
My
Wait,
dude,
how?
I am literally trying to open up a goddamn Kit Kat fucking.
why are
bag.
you using my
I
roller
can't.
then, Long, if you don't like it?
Wait, what did you roll, Long? What did you roll?
Like, why are you using my roller if you don't like it?
All right, the half giant guard is going to tell you to fuck off
Why
and
would
not
mine-
give you an extra squirt of water, unfortunately.
Fuck off. Does he like yell it like fuck off?
No, he just smirks and says fuck off and kicks you out of line.
Question:
He gets that question a lot.
Is there any flammable materials nearby the slave pits?
So around the slave
Did I
pits,
find the oldest guy?
there's a fair amount of like loose fabric, like rags and stuff, from people's clothing. They've torn off bits and stuff that's been found and scattered around, just garbage and junk. There's enough garbage scattered around that if you go searching for materials, you'll probably find enough to scrape together something.
Ninja, did I find the oldest guy?
What was your perception?
24.
Yes, you find a very old human. His weathered, cracked skin is red and wrinkly, and his eyes are sort of like white with a film you can barely see.
I go to him and I ask him, you look old. Have you been here long?
Here, no. In the city, yes, but I have only been made a slave in the past weeks. I fear I shall not live another week in this enduring difficulty and toil.
Can I put my hand on his heart and can I make a medicine check to find out how long he's destined to live?
Yeah, roll it.
I will indeed.
While he's doing that, change of plans. I'll use the.
Hang
Do
on a
a
second, Diamond.
guidance on him.
Ninja, how many water skins did I manage to steal?
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. Hang on, one thing at a time. So, you can tell that he's got a status effect. He's got 5 levels of exhaustion.
Oh,
So he's dead.
So he's dead.
5 levels is death.
Nah, 6 is death. Well, 6 is dying technically. If you do anything that gives you exhaustion when you've got 6, it gives you 2 failed death saves instantly.
So just rob him.
Right.
What would the guards do if I killed a prisoner?
you have to find out.
It's a mystery. You've only been here a
I
day.
have-
You haven't seen anybody kill a prisoner yet.
Experiment.
I'm gonna say to the old man, if you wish for a quick death, one that is painless, I will be more than happy to oblige.
He's gonna nod his head.
I want to guide him
Sweet.
to a corner of the room. I want to lay him down. I'm going to close his eyes, and I want to try and I want to use all my attacks.
Let's go.
Like you're gonna punch him once in the chest, like so. Oh, I feel alive. Wait, hold up, punches him again.
I'll give you a painless, merciful death, old man, and then you just punch him in the nutsack 100 times.
I don't know what you want from me. I'm trying to RP my character here.
He's not dying. Help! Someone help me! He's not dying.
That's too funny. All right. So no. So you very kindly, gently put him down. All right. So he was gonna die anyway. He was extremely close to death. He probably would have died during the night. He still had 1 pip of water if you want to take it off him.
I will take the water and I will say to his corpse, I will use this to grant to others what I have granted to you.
Death?
Hey, man.
I really hate this. That's what I get for RPing my character, man.
I'm gonna grant you.
Just ignore that. Ignore that. He's not here. This doesn't happen while he's here.
Anywho,
Just
well,
fucking kick us.
while that's going on, I'll take that little bit of food that I had and try to coax a rat out to use animal friendship on.
Okay. Now that you've got some food, you successfully get yourself a rat friend.
Okay, and I will use speak with animals to ask the rat about the area and how many other rats there may be.
Okay. He will communicate. Sniff, sniff, sniff. No rat. Sniff, sniff. Food, junk. Fuck. Rat. Sniff, sniff, sniff. Rat. Find rat. Sniff.
Rat, sniff.
Food. Give food.
I give the food to the rat and tell the rat, I will try to bring more, but collect as many other rats as you can, for I need you for a task.
Find
Mixed
rat.
with a bit of water as well.
Find rat.
So
Fuck
hydration.
rat. The rat scampers away.
Fuck rat.
He's not very intelligent. He only has like 2 thoughts on his mind, and that's eating and fucking. So,
Eating, fucking, repeat.
animal intelligence. It's what you get.
Eat, fuck, repeat. The morning schedule of a true rat.
It's better. It's better than a worm.
See ya.
Yo.
You said you cast animal friendship. No, speak with animals. Speak with animals isn't on your spell list.
Oh, yeah, that was something else. Because
Wait,
technically, I have guiding bolt as a part of my circle, so I have and animal friendship from my racial ability.
So yeah, I want you to roll an
Ninja.
investigate.
So add it to here.
okay.
then.
But Ninja,
Yeah,
as a
I'm
half
not-
elf, could I also speak to insects?
Nah, I don't think so. It's got to be a beast.
Okay. Investigation? Okay.
What?
How
Wait,
much
hang on.
water did you say I got
Half
from
elves
that
can
old
speak to
man?
beasts? What?
Yeah.
Natural 1. Are you fucking kidding me?
All right. So all you find is one person who has succumbed to the elements, and you can steal. Let's see. Did they have water? No, he drank all his water. Did he have food? Oh, look at that. He had some food that he had saved. He had
How much
like
is it?
he had like a loaf of dried bread that he had smuggled somehow. So now that's yours. And
I kick the body and I say useless piece of shit.
he soiled himself, so his clothing is kind of gross, but you could take it if you wanted.
What could I use this for?
Shitty rags.
In a quarter of the slave pit, can I use shape earth to make a small well?
You mean Molder?
It's mold earth. It's shape water. Shape is the water.
Oh,
Mold is
Yeah,
the earth.
yeah, sorry. Mold earth.
All right.
Do I see any any snakes at all while getting close to the place?
You do not see any snakes here.
Ninja, I've got a few things I'd like to do when it's my turn.
Hang on, I'm thinking about this He-Man thing.
Wait, what did He-Man try to do?
He's
Do you
thinking
cast the
about-
spell?
Wait, not
more-
He-Man.
That's the
Long
first
hair,
question.
long-headed.
The first question is,
There
do you
was-
do it?
Yes.
All right.
What is he doing?
There was one
Oh.
last thing I wanted to do with the rat.
Is that druid magic?
Yes.
All right. A bunch of the slaves notice, but they're aware that it's druid magic, and they are not offended or afraid. You dig a tunnel, or you dig a hole, and the guards are immediately going to come over and beat the shit out of you.
Wow. Mercy. Niggas think I'm fine. Oh, wait, I can't say that.
I would. Can I do something? I just.
Shit, you
wanted
dumbasses
to-
noticed that, okay.
So unfortunately, you were beaten and knocked unconscious. You're going to wake up in the morning with some bruises.
They think I'm fighting to save the day, but really, I just like to fight.
Like what? I can see that happening. Jesus Christ!
As they start attacking me, I punch one of them.
Yeah,
Are
that's
you gonna
that's
fight
fine.
back?
I get a punch. I want to get a punch in.
You could definitely get a punch in. The problem is like when one of them spots you digging a hole, they think you're making an escape attempt, and so
Right.
immediately
yeah.
immediately they ring the gong, and 3 additional half giant guards show up, and all of them just jump on you. So it's really bad.
Wow.
Man. In and amongst that chaos, I want to take a tuft of this rat's fur.
You're gonna rip some
hang
fur
on,
off your
yeah.
friend rat? That might make him unfriendly.
Not rip.
Do
Just-
do
Do
any
you
of the
have
guards?
any sharp materials?
Like you don't have a
I have
knife.
sharp-
shear
I
it.
have sharp nails.
You have sharp nails.
Yeah.
I mean,
You're just gonna
Hey,
scrunch it
Pat,
a lot
some-
until some loose fur comes
I will
out.
say you managed to get a
Yeah.
pinch of fur, but that is all.
Yeah, that's all I
Okay.
need.
All right.
I gotta ask you something. Did any of the guards that were beating the shit out of Long have any water skins?
No, they don't carry
you
around
trying to-
water.
Damn.
Can I ask, what is the current time? How long until we have to go to sleep?
So it's nighttime. It's dark. So when the sun's going down, they serve dinner, and once it's nighttime, they basically just want you to go to sleep until morning. And then when the sun
Ooh.
comes up, they start it all over again.
Ninja, where do the half giant guards sleep?
So you don't know exactly what time it is, but it is nightfall, and the half giant guards probably live somewhere nearby in one of these buildings here.
All right.
Like there's the overseers have some nicer houses here, and even in the slave pits there's a few tents that some of those gangs I mentioned control.
But quick question. Wait, what am I about to ask? What is the intelligence score of a rat?
2.
Ah, fuck. Stupid. Damn it.
They may be stupid, but they're teachable.
Can they
Alright.
make attack rolls?
Did anybody else have any last minute things
No.
before the night passes?
I mean,
Well,
I haven't done anything yet.
Oh yeah, Second Frog, you wanted to do something. What's up?
So there were a couple of things I wanted to do. I assume that there are some form of beasts of burden around to move like the heavy blocks and so forth.
Maybe. Mechalots need drivers, so I don't know. I think most of it's being done by slaves just pulling, like Egyptian style, where you see like the logs and the ropes.
So there's other than scavenging rats and insects, there's no beasts of burden. There's no animals at all within the slave pen area.
Yeah, I don't think so. No, it didn't mention
Wait.
any in anything I read.
Does
Alright,
anyone
so
else have
that's-
anything? Sorry for cutting you off. Go ahead.
That is number one. Number two, I'm going to look for a
3 hours.
recently deceased fellow
Must snack.
with relatively clean clothes. I don't know if you want me to do a perception roll or survival.
What's going on?
What's going on? What do you mean?
Ninja.
Okay, so two things. It requires a stealth and an investigate. If you fail the stealth, the guards will beat you up. If you fail the investigate, you won't find anything good.
All right. So
Luck of the dice.
Could I have not done the hole digging stealthily?
Probably not. Digging a 5-foot hole with magic is pretty obvious in a big open area.
But you're super strong.
There's
Use your
really
bare
no cover here unless you're in one of the tents in the corners. There's no concealment at all in the slave pits. You're all just out in the open in this big open
So,
area.
25
That's a
on
nat 20
stealth.
for his stealth.
All right, so you managed
Nice.
to sneak around without any guards noticing you, which means you'll be able to potentially find something of value and take it. So roll that investigate. See if you find
Okay.
anything worth taking.
Investigate, perception, survival.
Investigate.
All right. That is not something I'm great with.
Yeah, anytime you're gonna pick a spot and look for items in it, it's got to be an investigate. But if you're just scanning the area to see if you can see anything, then it's perception.
9.
Yeah, okay. 9, you find somebody who is not moving, doesn't appear to be breathing. They're clutching their water skin, which is completely empty.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
Is their clothes reasonably clean?
the clothes seem reasonably clean. Maybe he's got pockets you could search through.
Yeah. Well, first I'm gonna search him. See if he's got anything.
You find a thing. Hold on. I have to go to my generator for a second. He improvised a weapon. So give me a moment to generate it here.
Beat me to the punch. This is what this whole endeavor was about.
Will I get sick from eating an alive rat?
Yes.
Yes, the car diseases.
Maybe.
Like,
It's con
Where do you
save.
think the bubonic plague started?
Bubonic plague started because of one
That's
hungry
the
fellow.
Actually,
fleas,
the-
not the rats.
Yeah.
Besides,
So if I
I'm
If
say-
gonna
the
need,
plague, we were already screwed just being around it.
yeah. Besides, I'm gonna need the rats anyways for what I have planned later.
Like, I can talk to you guys like telepathically if I need
I
to.
need a miniature cloak.
All right. Second frog. The corpse.
Yo.
He was hiding a bronze dagger in his
Wait,
sort of like belt.
bronze, like actual metal?
Yeah, yeah. Bronze dagger.
A literal dagger.
Yo.
Copper and bronze are not as uncommon as you might think. Iron is super rare,
Oh, I mean,
but copper and bronze are
I
not.
mean, it's still worth like what 100 or 200 ceramic pieces.
Nope, this one is worth 10 copper. Or not copper,
Doing copper now?
ceramic
Copper.
pieces. 10 ceramic pieces. The price is listed right here on the note card.
All right.
Like
So
since
got
it's
a
my
bronze dagger. Where's the note card?
Right here.
Ah, thank you. Oh, that didn't work. What was that?
You click the title and you typed S.
What does it say?
It
What
didn't
did
say
it used
anything.
to
It just
say?
said note card a minute ago.
I can. Okay, that'd be a perfect weapon.
Can I talk to a rat?
No.
If you can find one.
Yeah.
They're not super common.
Really? What? I roll an investigation.
Actually,
Alright.
it's a perception to see if you can spot them because they're sneaking around if they're here.
So I'm not quite done actually. Although
Alright,
this makes it
sorry.
a lot easier than what I was about to for what I was going to do next. I assume with my 25, I've got a little bit of leeway in terms of some stealthy actions.
Yeah, well, like you stealthed around and you didn't get caught. That's what that means. So.
Right. Okay. Well, I'm going to use my newly acquired bronze dagger to kind of cut a strip off of the bottom of this guy's, I guess, shirt, shift, whatever rags he has.
Sure.
A good 5-foot strip with a bit of a pocket in the middle, basically making myself a makeshift sling out of his clothing.
Okay.
So I'm
One of the
assuming,
dead guys.
yeah. I'm assuming plenty of rocks are around.
Yes, you can find rocks scattered around the yard.
So I'll also pick up a few
I
rocks.
disconnected from tabletop.
So
Oh.
I don't know. I don't know how much I can carry in whatever types of pockets I might have. Or,
I will assume
my
you can
person
tuck
have
one
white
item into your
box.
clothing successfully. So he had that
I'm
dagger
gonna-
hidden.
Okay.
yeah. So I'll keep the dagger hidden, obviously, under myself.
You can
What I'm
also
gonna
hold
do
an
is I'm
item in
actually
either
going to
hand.
go- Yeah. I'm going to
Also-
take the sling, and you know what? It's not actually a sling. It's a belt.
Yeah, that
So
works.
I've got a belt on.
Wrap it around as a belt. That's
Okay.
fine.
Yeah. So I've got a sling belt. I can pick up rocks if I need them, and my dagger.
You gonna discipline
And now that
these
you have a
half
belt, you
giants.
can tuck the dagger into the belt.
8 trigrams, 64 belts.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Uh,
Might be
wanna
obvious.
advertise a bronze dagger. Yeah.
But
Also,
as
Ninja, I rolled
as I described, you've seen some people in here that do have weapons, like not just like things that they crafted like a wooden shiv or something, but like legitimate weapons that they have for
Mhm.
some reason you don't know.
I rolled a 6, Ninja.
What were you doing?
Looking for rats.
A 6. The rat stealth is better than your perception, so you didn't find a rat.
Okay.
All right. Anybody else? Psycho, are you done with everything that you wanted to do?
Yeah. Sorry
Okay.
for picking up someone.
I
So,
honestly have
Wait,
no idea.
I got one more thing that I want to do.
if it's looking for rats, I could help you with that.
That, and I was going to look for the person with the most water and cast sleep on them, and then steal their water.
Sleep.
I mean, it is
Oh, no.
nighttime. Most of these people are asleep anyway, so.
Oh, okay.
You want
Well, where
to-
can I find? Can I roll for it? Look for a guy who has the most water.
Investigation.
Well, you got to roll stealth first, otherwise you're going to be cut and beat up.
That too. That too.
Components of the
knocked
sleep:
out.
a torch of fine sand
no, no.
and rose petals, or rose petals. I'm not sure which. Depends how fine this ground is for sand.
The problem is, most
Eight.
people will drink their water on the spot. All right.
I rolled an 8.
You roll an
Did
8.
you hear what it said?
You begin to sneak out in search of water. And when you go sneaking around, some people see you lurking, and they're going to attack you. So you take a punch. 1 damage. Do you leave?
I say, why did you hit me?
Thief! They'll try to punch you again.
Boy, I try to lie and I say, I was just gonna go take a pee.
All right. Well, they look around because they don't want to attract the guards' attention, so they're not going to like continue to attack you, but they just try to drive you away so you don't steal their water.
I was just gonna go pee. Cease.
Some people in here are
I'm-
protective of their water. Go figure. So, as I've said, the temperature, super hot during the day, super cold during the night. During the night, this night, for 3 hours, the temperature is going to drop below 0, which is an extreme cold condition.
We're taking a long rest, technically, right?
You guys are taking a long rest. You're getting 8 hours of sleep.
Two
But
things.
Heal myself.
One, I wish to use that tuft now to cast Locate Animals.
okay. Do you want to find one of the rats that's here?
I want to find as many rats as the radius permits.
How big is the
Let me
radius?
just-
Are you trying to
Let
become
me
the
look
Pied
that up
Piper?
for you. Here we go. Radius. Concentrating on the voice of nature, you learn the direction and distance to the closest creature or plant of that kind within 5 miles, if any are present.
All right. You'll be able to
So-
find one of the rats that's here. There's a couple. The one you befriended and another one.
They're fine.
Alrighty. Probably, maybe. Alright, so I know that there are 2 rats that lurk here in the slave pits. And then the second thing is I want to kind of bury kind of put sand over myself to act as as a means of insulation.
All right. You're going to bury yourself in sand. So what about the rest of you? How are you going to contend with this incredible cold?
I'll do what he's doing and just like cover myself in sand because that's like the best way that you could think of it. Like,
Okay.
Didn't you say that we had blankets?
You do have blankets.
It's
wrap it
not
still
good enough
below
for that.
0 degrees.
Right, you can wrap yourself up in a blanket and bury yourself in sand. That'll add 2 layers of insulation.
yeah, and that's basically what I'm gonna do also.
Same
So-
here. That's what I'm gonna do.
So during the first extreme cold hour, each of you has to make a DC 10 Constitution saving throw, or you get 1 level of exhaustion.
DC what?
DC 10 con save.
I got knocked out, right? So I can't bury myself in sand.
Correct.
And I have -4 constitution.
I have -7.
Did you
But
say
not -7,
minus-
but 7.
Did you say
Oh,
minus
thank goodness.
4 Constitution?
Oh no!
Not modifier, but -4 because
Hang on. Do we get advantage since we're covering ourselves with sand?
Yeah.
Not on the first
Okay.
hour. You have to roll it normal on the first hour, then you bury yourself.
13.
Yeah, I got
Oh.
an 18, so
okay,
I'm good.
12.
And then
I
are
was
we able to
unlucky, I got a
re-roll
4.
again? Are we able to re-roll again after we cover ourselves?
Okay, so did anybody fail on the first hour?
Yeah.
what was
I
the
did.
what was the DC? What was the DC?
Wait,
So-
I forget. What does having 1 level exhaustion just makes it so you have what?
Disadvantage on
that's
strength and
advantage.
dex skills.
No, I thought it
Oh,
was all
skill
ability
checks,
checks.
That comes on the next level. It's like a level 2 thing. Okay, so
I'll get the DM notes.
What was the DC again?
the DC was 10 on the first
Oh, I made
hour,
it.
and if you fail it, you get 1 level of exhaustion. And then
Yeah, I'm right. One level of exhaustion is disadvantage on ability checks. All ability checks. 2 is speed halved. 3 disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws. 4 hit point max halved. 5 speed reduced to 0. 6 is death.
I'm looking in Grit and Glory on page 13, and it says level 2 is disadvantage on all ability
Okay,
skill
we're
checks.
using
Those
the
rules.
we're using like the exhaustion stuff.
So as we've been doing for like a year, we're using the Grit and Glory version.
Ninja, you know it's not that simple.
Yeah. And hey,
And
being a nomad, you pick up a couple of tricks when wandering the desert for so long.
Okay,
I made it.
So-
I'm not cold.
hour 2 and 3 in the extreme cold, you can roll with advantage if you buried yourself. And it's still DC 10, so it's not that hard, but mounting exhaustion can kill you.
I have no exhaustion. Pog.
Wait, it's just DC 10 again?
Yes, yes. Each of the hours it's DC 10. If you manage to bury yourself, you can have
no.
the roll with advantage. Oh, you got another level of exhaustion. That sucks.
Oh, you guys can add
Oh
advantage.
boy, I
It's
have
one.
16.
I'm just
you
gonna
can
roll
make
it separate.
Can we take a small
Oh,
break so I can go and use
Even
the
with
toilet?
advantage.
Yeah.
Hey,
I fail.
15.
Okay.
So what
I
does
was
2
not
levels of
allowed to
exhaustion
bury
do?
myself. Somebody buried my unconscious body.
I succeeded and I succeed again.
Did you roll?
I succeeded with my advantage roll.
All right. What was the
Yeah.
question in there?
So Brenta failed her second hour check, so she got a second level of exhaustion, which does what?
Okay. So in the Grit and Glory book, second level is disadvantage on all skills.
So then my third hour would just be a straight save then?
Disadvantage on
Advantage
all
cancels
ability and skill
disadvantage.
checks. It doesn't affect saves until
Oh,
third
hour
tier.
3 she failed.
My dude, you
Hour
are
3 she
supple.
failed, so now she has 3 levels of exhaustion.
No, all right. Now you have
You are
disadvantage on saves.
suffering.
Oof.
If I get enough food and water, will my con damage heal?
Yes. On any day that you get the food and water that you need, you regain 1d8 lost con.
All right.
But we did not get enough water, right?
I
Nope.
believe most of you got half of what you needed or less.
I got half. What does that? What does half do?
Half
con.
half means you can roll a save, DC 15 con save to avoid a level of exhaustion.
Okay. But like long resting, it doesn't do anything. You don't recover any con or exhaustion.
When you take a long rest, you can remove 1 level of exhaustion. As long as it's not
Hooray.
from thirst. You can't get rid of the thirst one.
Okay.
So I can get rid of the ones I got from cold.
No wait. You can get rid of the one with thirst, but you can't get rid of ones from starvation because starvation is like long term. I had that backwards. Sorry.
So I can get rid of one of the 3 I got just now.
One of the 3, yes.
Hooray.
Wait, we had 3? Oh wait, did you fail twice on the night, the cold?
Yeah, and
Yeah, I failed
he
twice in
failed
the cold.
his con save for the food.
So after
For
removing
water.
one, that puts Zelda at 2,
Not
that
food.
puts Long at 1.
Yeah, I've got a little counter right here.
Unsurprisingly, the Nomad is doing just fine.
The
Let's see.
ranger is somehow failing horribly at surviving.
When you have
in
2
bad
levels of exhaustion,
circumstances.
it cuts your speed in half. So you're going to be a little bit slow.
And a bard is just winging it. Wait, so it's a new day, right? And we already started working, or it's night still?
It was night. So that was the extreme cold of night. And you can see that some people, they have those tents that I mentioned. Those gangs, the tough gangs in here, they've got tents. So they've got shelter. And then some of the other people that have enough friends, they'll like huddle close together for body warmth. And so they're dealing with it by just like clustering really hard. But you guys are new and you don't have a lot of friends, so you guys were sort of scattered. So you had to come up with solutions. Boy, wouldn't it be nice if you could steal one of those tents?
Yeah,
I'm
but then
thinking
it would be
about
part of their game.
how to achieve something like that.
So that's something to think
Brenta
about. There are
says-
resources here.
Brent's is
The
gonna come to
guards
the
just
group
let them have those
and
things.
say to the group, listen, last night sucked. Let's never do that again. I figure we've got one of 2 options, which is we either figure out a way to join one of those gangs or take over their shit. Otherwise, we're not going to make it to the end of the week.
Did some people die
If
in
we,
the cold of
if
night?
we,
Every night,
we don't-
several people die.
if we don't get, if and we're only going to get weaker. So we either do this tonight, or we're going to be, getting more and more, digging our own graves. So we need to decide which path we want to take. Do we want to fight another gang to take over their territory and goods, or do we want to figure out if we've got something to offer them that we can, I guess, buy our way in?
I I will say in
I
Hustle
think
Tones to
joining a
correct the-
gang.
Joining a gang sounds more safe.
Yeah, it sounds more safe than to join the gang instead of.
But couldn't we just steal water from the people that die every single night?
Someone would
that-
have to remain up and be the most stealthiest among us in order to actually pull it
I
off.
could- What is everyone's here stealth bonus?
Mine's a +7.
The problem is that we have to keep doing that every single night without
have-
fail.
One option we could do in the dead of night,
Give you
if someone
guidance
can
while
get
you
me
try
to
roll
one of
stealth.
those tents, I can cast poison spray into it.
Oh boy.
And
Just kill every.
what?
Kill them all.
Or here goes the
I mean-
less murderous option. We can just talk our way in.
I
Hey,
mean,
guys,
that
Let's take a little
that's
break.
not part of option 2.
All right,
I'm gonna-
taking a break.
I'm gonna go use the bathroom and make a cup of coffee, and then I'll be back.
Let's go get something to drink.
I can also poison cloud people.
I can cast sleep.
And I can.
You
and
can't cast sleep because you don't have rose petal. You don't have rose petals.
I can stab someone from 60 feet away.
He can actually do that.
With your mind.
Regardless, I am a literal walking poison bomb because I can't get poisoned.
You
So-
said that I can use psionic blades, how they were made, and I got 60 feet range of them.
So people
I
are
would-
being their
Look.
constitution's going down. They will have bad saving throws to poison.
Exactly. Well, but here's the thing. What we want to go for are the big game, the gangs. And
But they're probably doing okay. And
I am neutral good, but survival is at stake for me. So I will use any means necessary in order to survive if it comes down to the wire.
I'm chaotic good. It got me knocked out. And I'm getting thirsty. I
Yeah,
think
I'm gonna
ready to maybe
I'm
not
actually
be
gonna
so
get
good at
myself
this
something to
point.
drink here.
Oh, I meant in game.
My fucking hand hurts.
I am back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Hello there.
Really sucks that I couldn't bury myself in sand while I was unconscious.
Maybe next time, don't cast magic.
Yes, sorcerer scum.
What class are you, Hunter?
I was thinking because they were like doing some bull shenanigans. I thought like I could dig a hole.
You're a rogue, right, Hunter?
Yes,
With a strength of 8?
I am a psionic.
Still. Okay.
Fuck you think? I'm limited with a 24.5. Dude, my highest fucking stat is Dex.
All right. Well, this is fun. I wonder how long it'll be before I kill all of you with cold.
That moment your party doesn't survive the first session.
Right? Who knew that slavery would be so deadly?
We're gonna have to make super deck strong characters, like just like everyone's gonna be playing half giants or moles or something like
It's
that.
only deadly because these assholes don't care about their slaves at all.
I say we kill one of them.
Okay, so a new day dawns, and it finally warms up a bit as the sun rises over the wall of the city and down into the slave pits, warming them up.
How many half giant guards are there?
Diamond, stop watching whatever you're watching.
Or at least mute yourself.
How many half giant guards are there, Ninja?
Dozens.
That I've seen. Dozens?
The city has 500 half-giant guards.
But like at the slave pits.
At the slave pits, at any given time, there will be 2d4 guards walking around, and if the alarm goes off, a lot more than that shows up.
We should brute force our way out of here.
I mean,
That's a terrible idea.
to where?
Stealthy, yes.
The
I'm
entire
joking.
the entire city is under Calyx's control, and he wants everybody to be a slave. All right, guys. A new day dawns. Just like the other day, the cleanup crews move through the pens, picking out all the corpses and dragging them out by their feet. The overseers begin ordering people about. Everybody dashes into line to get their share of water, so you can all grab your water thing here.
There is a wall right behind us. We can just hop over and escape the city.
There's no hopping over this wall. It's way too big.
It's like Attack on Titan large.
It is. It really is. It's huge.
We can scale it.
There's big bad things in the desert that they need to keep out.
Leiron, use your magical flying boots to. Oh wait, wrong campaign.
All right.
That campaign's done and over with.
Did everybody get their share of water for the morning?
Yes.
Yes, and before I get my share of water, I'm gonna drink my remaining 3/4
All right.
of a
Long.
gallon.
How hardy are you?
Right now I'm missing 4 constitution. 10.
Okay, because I'm
shit.
formulating a plan where we dual poison spray at the same time. Maybe get us a little bit. I mean, of course, I'll be fine, but it's you that I'm worried about.
I
Alright,
don't
guys.
have to, it's a
Okay.
cone. I don't have to stand in it.
Ninja, before I grab my other quarts of water, I'm gonna drink the remaining 3/4 and then get that thing of water and drink that as well.
Okay. So you're
So how
already
much? 3.
you're already over a gallon for the day, which is the default amount that you need, as long as you don't get in the super hot sun all day. All right. Yesterday you guys did terrible, and the overseer is going to roll an insight. He did even worse today. He's like,
Does my constitution go back up to 10?
your constitution improves when you take a long rest after having gotten the stuff you need. So when you rest tonight, you'll regain a D8 as long as you get enough food.
All right.
Can I try and persuade the overseer saying we are not suited for like doing wicks?
I think
You only have one person, that's a half giant over there.
he's a moron.
The overseer looks at your scrawny arms and reconsiders. Maybe you're right. He's gonna
Thank you.
command you into the group that's doing the cutting the wooden supports. So hopefully you guys know how to use carpenter's tools.
Oh, you bastard!
So I'm gonna need
dude.
I'm gonna need everybody to make an int carpenter tools check.
How do you? What the fuck is that?
That's actually better than my constitution right now.
What's that?
What do you roll?
Use this?
If you don't have if you don't have carpentry,
It's just a straight
artificial
intelligence.
tools, it's just straight intelligence.
D20 plus int, mod. Good luck.
Well, I got an 11. That's better.
Wait, do they move all of us in here?
How long for again?
Natural 20!
So I got a 15.
Are you
I was
fucking kidding
better
me?
So you
at- I
got
was
a
better at lifting
20.
bricks.
When it comes
I am-
down to chopping wood, I am a god.
Well, we
got-
also get to work in the shade if we're working as carpenters. So
Yes.
Do we?
What was
Do
your
we
roll on?
really?
Did you get a 4?
I got an
Yeah.
F.
Castor, what'd you get?
I'm not a carpenter.
I got a 5.
5. Oof. And
Yeah.
Madgod, what did you get?
year long.
14.
14. Almost. Almost.
15.
mean almost? Ugh.
All of these are DC 15s.
Like,
Oh, you
Sears,
gotta be kidding me.
like Sears over here doing our work for us because he's having that much fun.
I got a nat 20 on my roll.
This dude's going
wow.
ham.
Well, with that nat 20, could he pick up at least one other person's work? I mean,
No, unfortunately. So the Overseer's going to whip Caster for 3 damage. He's going to whip Long for 4 damage. He's going to whip Mad for 4 damage, even though you almost did a good job. He's going to whip Diamond for 1 damage.
okay, that's not bad.
Sia and Psyche, both of you, the Overseer just gives you the thumbs up and a nod of approval.
But I got a nat 20. Can I get something else? Can I persuade him? Like,
No.
I'm working
A
extra
thumbs
hard.
up
Oh,
is the
okay.
best you're going to get.
Yeah.
Instead of 1 thumbs up, he gives you 2
Do I
thumbs
get
up.
extra rations? No.
Can I get extra rations for working so hard? You're...
Now hold on. There was a question when you guys were getting water. You were trying to get more water. Does anybody else want to try that? Like begging? Maybe if you're
Yes.
really persuasive and charismatic, you might have a chance.
Man,
Yeah,
if I was
Oh,
a
I do that.
kobold, I would be able to grapple, cower, and beg.
It's an opposed roll if you're trying to persuade the half giant guard to give you an extra squeeze of water.
Also, if you're a kobold, you'll be
No,
dead.
no one can hear
went
you. You're
to
muted,
8 years ago.
Psychofrog.
Wow.
No, Psychofrog, we cannot hear you. The DC is 15.
So I was trying to say to Ninja,
Now we
when
can hear
Brensa gets the thumbs up, she's gonna like hold her water skin up and kind of shake it, like, "Come on, some water, please."
Well, he's got no water. You got to get that from the guard back in the slave pits.
Can I try to convince
Yeah,
the
but
half
you know, maybe he puts in a good word for me.
Yeah.
Not likely.
Can I try to
Not
convince
likely.
one of the half giants to give me water? Is that a persuasion check?
It is a persuasion check, an opposed persuasion check.
Mwah, 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 mwah. Mwah, 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 mwah.
If you can roll higher than me, then maybe you can convince him to give you that extra squeeze.
He already made the roll.
I didn't.
Can I ask him who the most powerful commander is in this camp?
If I know that you're going up to go ask the guard for favors or for water, I will give you guidance and just touch you and be like, go ask them. Be useful.
What does guidance do?
Gives you a D4 on the check roll.
That
That's
actually
actually
reminded
for-
me of something.
Yes, I also have guidance if somebody else wants to try and get a little bit extra water for the
Well,
group.
That's a 15. Ninja?
15. I also rolled a 15. He doesn't give you any extra water.
Oh.
What's the suck? What happens if I do it?
There's a thing
Never
that
said it.
happens.
I never said I
Find
wanted
it
to ask
here.
for water. I just wanted to go and ask who the leader is.
There was a thing I was supposed to read off to one of you.
Sorcerer King?
No, not the ultimate leader, like general.
Like who's manning
Oh,
the
man.
slave
I
pits?
do anything for, like fucking get out.
You would be the
jail.
overseer, the head overseer.
Yo, anyone got a get out jail free card?
What's the get out? What do you mean by that? What are you
Where's
asking
your
for?
manager? I want
Oh,
to
okay.
speak to the manager.
No, Karen, shut the fuck up.
Ah,
No one cares. Please.
Talks to the manager. No, I don't actually work here.
I just
Right.
beat you guys up
Right.
for fun.
Right, into the teaspoon dropping cupboard for you. Someone will get that.
Well, it's about mealtime, so I'm going to try and stow away some of that meal again. I'll roll the Constitution save.
There was a thing I was supposed to read off, but I can't find it right now.
Ooh, missed it by 1.
To make up for my dehydration in game, I got a bottle of water.
If only we had resistance. The spell that gives you a D4 on your saving throws.
You need a miniature cloak for that. Can I get a cloak?
We
No.
need the requirements for
Steal-
spells
can
now?
I-
Really?
Yo, since when did we
Can I
need spell?
Can I rip a loincloth off of one of the dead people and use it as a cloak?
When do we need requirements for spells?
Hang on, we haven't gotten there yet.
Ever since material components existed, which is always.
Hang on. So, all right, where we left off, you guys were doing your day's work, and you were doing a poor job of it. And then after that, you would go back at mealtime, and everybody gets their food and their second dose of water, if you want to grab your second dose of water. If you're not just going to immediately drink it. Most
gonna
people
immediately drink it.
do immediately drink the water when they get it.
I'm gonna immediately drink it when I get it. So I'm fully hydrated.
I'll drink the half gallon.
All right,
We were
so
working in the shade anyway, so
We need a gallon a day.
because
we
you
were
guys were
working in the
working,
shade.
you were working in the shade, so you only need 1 gallon today.
Hooray.
So I have more than enough in me because I drank the 3 quarts, then I drank the half I got that day because I saved one from the other day. Then I drank this half.
yeah, I think I'll go. Yeah, I'll go for
All right, so
Wait,
a full
we
gallon.
get 2 half gallons a day.
you get a
because
half
we have
gallon
to
in the
drink.
morning and a half gallon at night. And for the day,
Okay.
because you were in the shade, you only needed that 1 gallon, and that'll be enough.
Okay.
What do I get for being overhydrated?
I will take the whipping for a full gallon being in the shade. That's fine.
There's
don't
no advantage for overhydrating. However, you do recover lost con damage from dehydration when you get fully enough water for the day.
Alright.
So if any of you had con damage from a previous dehydration, you can heal a d8 of that con damage when you finish drinking the gallon for the day.
Okay,
A
I will
D8?
drink my gallon for
Yeah,
the day.
you can recover a
Well,
d8.
I missed out on
All of
meal,
it.
on my meal check, so I only ate half of my meal, so I got a level of exhaustion.
It's not automatic. So, Diamond, the previous day you ate half as much food. So this is going to be day 2 of eating half as much food. What's your con modifier?
It's +2. I already rolled it. I rolled a 14.
All right, +2. It's actually, all right, 3 plus your modifier. So after 5 days, you'll get 1 level of exhaustion from starvation.
Okay, that works out because every day I get my spells back, so I have animal friendship for 5 whole days.
There's actually a thing that says there's only a 30% chance you can regain your spells when you rest.
Oh,
What?
Do you want me to roll a d100 then?
Yeah. Anybody who tries to regain spells, you have to roll a d100 and get under a 30.
I am so glad I am not
Because it's
spellcasting
hard
in
to-
a goddamn game.
It's
What's
hard
the-
to get
the-
the full night's rest because it's freezing cold and there's stuff going on and there's fights and animal
is
noises.
that
and-
only while we're in the slave pits, though?
Yes.
Okay, because I'm
Oh,
like,
okay,
if that's
so
gonna be
it's not
happening during the
global.
entire fucking campaign.
He needs to start an uprising.
I mean, this whole slavery thing is designed to suck. It's designed to suck really, really bad, so you want to get out of it.
This does only
Yes.
apply to spell slots, right? This
Yes,
doesn't
it's
apply
just
to,
when
like,
you're trying to like prepare your spells. It's a chance you will be unable to concentrate enough to do so because you've been worked too hard.
Is there a way we can earn our freedom?
Yes. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but there is.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure we have an idea.
Fighting pits?
Oh, let's go.
I wanna go to fighting pits. I need a weapon though. Do they
Oh.
have weapons in the fighting pits?
Yeah, they usually give
Oh,
you
yeah, they-
weapons.
So we're gonna have to go. We're gonna have to go to the fighting pits. Okay.
All
otherwise
right.
we might have
okay.
to fight each other.
Let me
Oh,
see if it's a cold
good
night.
job,
All right. So,
job.
what's up?
You said it was supposed to roll a d20 for the things I can wild shape into.
Sure.
Okay.
You can actually roll just like a knowledge nature.
Oh, nature. Okay, hold on. Nature. Nature. I have a +3. Okay, that's the same roll. 10.
All right. 2 animals.
You can tell the animals go get more of their animal.
Is
That's-
the option to go up to the highest ranking member of the faculty still available? I want to try and find the high overseer, the warden, the guard, whatever, the highest person.
What
I
are
want to
the
speak to
two
the
animals?
manager.
I would like to sneak to find food.
You could just ask me. Have a piece of bread.
Yeah, there's not
And
really
I have a-
food to find in the pens here.
Yeah, you could just ask me.
What about the conveniently placed bread that Seal has over there?
You're gonna have to act. You can't just say, "Oh, conveniently placed." It's on the ground right there.
There is that.
Gonna have to RP to get this bread, mofo.
Oh, I can offer you some water.
How much we talking here?
I got 3 gallons, my dude.
Have you gone 3? How long have you gone without drinking?
I have drank a few times. Actually, I have drank. Hey, wait, hang on a sec.
Now, how do you have 3? There should be.
Hang on, I forgot to take one out. Okay, never mind. I ain't gonna offer you shit. You can stay with that bread.
What happened?
You don't get shit from me.
He ran out of you. You have no gallons, actually, huh?
Mad God.
Yes.
During the meal period that previous night, you're approached by someone you recognize as the fruit vendor. He approaches,
Beat his ass.
and he's going to say, "So, that son of a Mix Verassi got you too," he snarls by way of introduction. "I'd like to wring the water from that saucy whelp," he continues, his berating.
I say to
That'll
him,
work.
I agree. He is obviously unversed in the ways of civility.
"I'll get that bastard for what he's done to me."
Saucy whelp. Saucy whelp. What
All
the
right,
fuck?
he nods at you.
I
He nods at you in
I would-
acknowledgement that you both dislike Verassi, and he's going to walk away.
okay.
What is a saucy? What
I
is a
was gonna
saucy
say-
whelp?
A saucy
I was
whelp?
going to- I was going to say to him to remember to temper anger with patience, but never mind.
The whelp is like the runty animal of the litter, I think.
So what about saucy? What is?
Saucy, I think, just
Where'd that
means
come
like spicy, like they have an attitude.
Yeah. Attitude. Attitudey.
All right, so I got that one out of the way. God, I can't find this other one where they're describing stuff to you.
I have no interactions with people. I was just ganged in an alleyway.
Yeah. Also,
Well,
Aramis the Gladiator, who was caught up in that press gang incident, he's gonna go up to. It wasn't long. It was what? Sia was the other one in the press gang, or was it
The
Castor?
press game? What's the press game?
Where you
The
got
one I
like,
was fighting, that was
where you got
I
like
think that was
kidnapped?
Marissa.
Nope.
Nope.
You
Me and Castor got kidnapped together after drinking. And that. What about that
Yeah.
one lady that was with us? What's her name?
Yeah, that one lady.
Is she in here?
Sia and
She
Castor
died
Weiser
already.
both did that.
She died.
Where the hell did my notes go? Did I erase?
It was Diamond.
There's a bunch.
It was Diamond. So, Diamond, you're approached by Aramis, the gladiator. And he's gonna. Are you there, Diamond? Are you muted?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. So, Diamond, Aramis approaches and says, "Old friend," he roars, throwing down his tools and striding to your side, pushing slaves and overseers out of the way. A fight almost erupts before a wall of guards arrives and restores order. That night during the mealtime, Aramis will seek you out, Diamond, bringing a bottle of palm wine that he purloined from somewhere, and he offers to drink it with you for helping in the fight.
I will politely decline, saying I need to save my own water stores, but it is a nice gesture that you have given me, and I appreciate it.
All right. Well, just know that you have allies here, and he's going to go off about his business.
Well, actually, I do want to ask him. There might be something that you might be able to help with. I've noticed that a lot of the newcomers, well, myself and you included, we don't exactly have a cohesive group. So I was wondering if you might be able to be interested in perhaps obtaining a little bit more supply that seems to lie in the slave pits.
I've been trying to get more food and water. These bastards won't give me a drop.
I'm thinking we could take one of the tents, one of the gang. Well, I can only assume that they are a gang, but
Oh, I've scouted those groups. They're better armed than we are. You'd have to make some improvised weapons, and even then you'd be at a disadvantage, I think.
the magic of nature, my friend. As you can see, I am
Magic, he
One,
says,
two.
his eyes going wide. He seems to have a look of shock and horror on his face.
druidic magic, my friend.
Oh,
I do not
he lets out
partake-
a relieved sigh. For a second there, I thought I'd have to kill you.
No, my friend.
Alright.
I have learned.
Wow.
I have learned the magic of nature itself. I was also born with it. I can make a noxious gas.
Ah,
Ah.
by farting in a room.
Seal off all the exits, at one rip. They won't know what hit.
My poison spray is silent but deadly.
Like whenever you cast places, bro, all you hear is a slight.
So if you are interested, I am indeed trying to gain more allies so that we might be able to get more resources to increase our rate of survival here, at least until we can figure out a plan of escape.
Strength in numbers, form our own gang. I like the way you think, friend. Meanwhile, at the same time, Psychofrog,
Yo,
you're approached by a Thrycreen. He cautiously approaches, and he stands nearby. He doesn't say anything right away. And after a while, in a blunt, buzzing tone, he's going to approach and say, "Were you at the inn?"
yes, I was. I assume, based on my familiarity with Thrycreen, I recognize this particular Thrycreen as the one from the inn.
Yes, it was the same one. He bows stiffly with formality and introduces himself as Chichkrarin. Chichkrarin is a Thrycreen who is alone in the world. His packmates have ordered him to go out into the world in search of iron and bring it back. Bring it back to the
Can you
hive. And I
spell
have
that
not
in the chat.
I've not found any. You want his name? It's
Yeah.
CHCH apostrophe KRARAN, like in the tabletop chat there. Chichkrarin.
Wrong.
Chichkrarin. Chichkrarin is is on a mission to find iron, but Chichkrun cannot find iron, and now Chichkrun is a slave.
Well, friend, perhaps we can help one another. The group I came in with, we've been assigned to work together, and there's strength in numbers.
He nods his head and says the words "packmate."
Yes, exactly. So we're a new pack. We could use another hand or hands, making kind of a joke.
Oh my
We could certainly use the help. And then I kind of whisper in a conspiratorial tone. We're looking to take over one of these gangs areas. They've got several tents and better supplies than the rest of us. It'll help us survive longer and perhaps lead to something else.
Ah, yes. But saw many blades, metal, danger.
I whisper them over and I show him they're not the only ones, and I kind of just very surreptitiously show him my own.
All right. His antennae are gonna flicker when he looks at it. See ya, Caster Blaster.
Yes.
Yo.
I'm gonna say see ya more than Caster Blaster. Caster Blaster, you didn't really say much to the lady at the inn. So see ya, you were playing along with her ruse that she knew you and that you were conversing. She approaches you in the yard here, and she's going to introduce herself as Malanda.
Well, hello there.
She's
I
going to
got
tell
one quick
you
question.
she's been put to work as a slave in the kitchens, and she has access to food and water. And she wants to thank you for protecting her at the inn, and she's going to give you supplies. She gives you, let's see, I got 3 rations of water, and
Wait, 3? Is that like 3 gallons?
3 half gallons.
No, they're half.
Oh, 3 half. Ooh, so a gallon and a half.
Like fucking with your water.
Alright. She
What do you
gives you 3 half gallons of water. She gives you some extra food, and she also smuggles you an obsidian dagger. Let me generate that.
What the? What?
Ooh.
Yeah, now you wish you talked to her, don't you?
Well,
RP.
I will say bronze is better than obsidian because obsidian is very brittle. It's
Guess
sharp.
what?
but
I have
brittle.
blades. I don't need a fucking dagger.
Anyway,
I say to her, why were they chasing after you anyway? What did you do?
Alright, here's a note card. It doesn't have much detail, but obsidian
okay.
dagger, 1d4. She will confide in you that she is a preserver. She'll hint that she's a member of the Veiled Alliance, attempting to recruit people to sabotage the Ziggurat. She tells you, we'll take this temple down. We'll bring Kalak's entire palace down around his head. We're gonna overthrow this whole place. Down with the oligarchy. Down with the sorcerer kings. She whispers conspiratorially.
How many people do you have behind this cause?
The Veiled Alliance is numerous but secret. I don't know how many of us there are, for we try not to make each other vulnerable by knowing too much about each other.
Can I join?
Well, like she's trying to recruit you. Basically, she's like, "Here, let me help you out. I want you to join my Veiled Alliance."
All right, I'm in.
All right.
When does the plan start?
She'll let you know when she gets more information. But for now, hopefully these supplies will help.
All right, and how much food did she give me?
She gave you 2 pounds of food.
That's 1 pound.
Yeah, 2 pounds of food and a gallon and a half of water that she had in a water skin.
Cool. And I was about to ask a question. How much damage is a dagger? Like a normal dagger?
Yeah, D4.
1d.
All right.
And it's made of
Pierce.
obsidian, which means
Is that piercing or slashing?
it is slashing damage, and it's fragile 1. So if you roll a 1, it breaks.
Okay.
Are we doing like straight breaks? Or are we doing the degradation rules?
Degradation rules.
Oh.
So it doesn't totally break right away. It takes a few whacks, like 3 or 4, before it's fully broken.
Now the
I guess
bronze
maybe-
dagger doesn't
Let's roll
doesn't degrade at
D3.
all then, since it's metal.
Bronze dagger breaks if you hit somebody in iron armor, because it sunders against harder
enough.
metals. But other than that, no, it's not fragile.
But
There.
what's the check? Sorry, because the,
Alright, what
the,
about-
the little card you gave me didn't tell me what the sunder check is. Like, what's the break check?
No, it's just automatic. If you hit somebody in iron armor with a bronze weapon, it just breaks. It takes a 1 level of degradation automatically.
That's if you do. That's if you use it in brute force.
So that's even harsher than fragile weapons, because at least
Wait.
they get their roll.
So the plan here is we're gonna gas chamber, steal their shit, and then survive.
It only sunders against like the highest tier, the most rarest of metal armors, though, so it's not that bad.
So when are we gonna initiate playing gas chamber?
Probably next session, since we got 10 minutes.
Yeah, we're about done here.
We need.
I wanted to make sure to get all of the NPC side things out of the way. So like you guys had your little intro things, and each one of those like gives you a potential ally, potential enemies, and stuff. So
I had none.
there
I'm gonna
was totally a thing I was supposed to read for you, but I can't fucking find it, and it's really annoying.
I was just like cornered in an alleyway, and I was whisked away quietly, getting knocked in the head.
Actually, maybe it wasn't you. Maybe you just got knocked out. It's the fruit vendor thing with Verasi. There was more information there.
That was with Taruk.
Yeah, that was Taruk.
What was her name again? So I can write this down.
The nobleman, Verasi?
No, the lady that was talking to me.
Melanda.
How do you spell that?
Mehlanda.
I got it.
And your character is Soul?
Yes, Soul. Soul, the half-elf bard.
Looking through. It's got to be somewhere in here. Can't find it. No, I'll find it for next week. But basically, you guys are into your 3rd day, and did anybody
we get the
back
lose
back
con
of
or
the
anything? I think probably not, right? Everybody was fine that time?
If that was the end of the day and we take a long
Yeah.
rest, I get con back. So yeah, that should be fine.
Yes,
take care.
I haven't lost any constitution yet.
I
Everyone-
also lose my level of exhaustion.
Everyone got enough water to drink, so if you take your long rest and you had enough water and food, then you can remove that 1 level of exhaustion.
So everyone's healthy.
No, I still have 1 level of exhaustion.
Cool.
I did not do well day 1.
Here's
Day
a
2, I
ranger.
did fantastic. I'm good in the wilderness, confined in a slave pit. Not so much. Not so much.
Maybe
Trust
you
me.
should put that for your terrain, slave pits.
Trust me, as a nomad, the conditions in the slave pits are much better than out in the wastes.
Wait, wasn't
No,
desert an option? Wasn't
I've been out in the wastes. I know how to survive in the wastes.
Rensa.
isn't desert an option for like ranger, like preferred terrain, or whatever it's called?
It's
The
an option.
UA rules kind of did away with that to a certain
Ooh.
degree. Like, well, no, like I have a bunch of advantage just in the wilderness in general.
Mm.
I see you have a belt Forenza. Use it as a sling. I can make the rocks magical.
Wait, using what?
Well, isn't that handy?
Magic stone.
Magic? Make a rock magic? That is a very like specific situation. Handy.
All right, guys.
And,
I
and
think
I'll
I'm gonna.
confirm. I'll confirm for Long's character. And I'm sorry, I'm still awful with names at this point. Learning the new character.
Morg.
Don't worry
Lord.
about it. I mean, I put my name on my character piece, so if
Yeah.
you ever get confused, just hover over it. You'll see my name.
Diamond, what is your character's name?
So,
Traxxas.
Traxxas? And Matt,
Taruk.
Taruk, Traxxas, Morg, and Psychofrog, what is yours?
Brensa.
Forenza.
This is gonna be hard.
Wait.
Let's just get used to
Long
it.
as morgue.
Well,
Is
I have
Brensa
a
the only
way.
female
I have a
character?
way to make it easier. Let me just hold on.
Cause like someone type a message in Dark Sun chat, like of just character name.
Diamond is Traxxas. I'll add that to my notes.
What happened? What happened to
believe-
3-letter names?
I believe you can change your nickname in Discord, so
Nah, that's overkill. Just put it on your figurine.
Yeah.
That's fine. Probably for next week, I'll put the initiative thing on there just so I can have it on the side of the screen.
Well, and Mad God went and color coded the bases with our preferred colors, so that helps as well. Keep
Yeah.
that.
yeah. Would
Very
you
handy, Mad God. Thank you.
mind using the picture I sent as my character instead of because I'm pure blood, not you and not unpure blood.
Sure.
Wait, who's
Excellent.
Make a
Norcus
hero
and Soul?
forge character.
Where's the image?
I'm trying to give me a moment.
I sent it in Dark Sun, so it should be just
Soul
scrolls
is
up.
Me, I'm Soul.
Saya.
Make a hero forge character.
And Norcus is Caster Blaster.
Diamond.
What?
Make a hero forge character.
Doesn't that cost money?
No,
Nope,
you can just
it's
screenshot
free.
the damn thing.
Just make it. Don't buy it. Make it, and then send Mad God the link. He'll go and convert it into a 2D image.
Got it.
That works.
Working on it right now.
Good. Alright, I'm out of it. See ya.
It's probably going to kick everyone from the server
Okay,
anyway as I'm
bye.
spawning in this
Yeah,
figurine.
yeah.
Bye.
So how'd you like
Good
the
night,
first
everyone.
exciting episode of Dark Sun?
It was fun.
It was good.
It was
good.
interesting.
I mean,
I
you're
got
still
to RP a bit
I-
more than the
I'm
last
out of my
session.
you're
element.
still
I
enslaved.
got involved in some
so,
government conspiracy. You got out of your element. To me, this is just reliving my ancestors.
It's a little bit limited right at first because you don't have resources and you're kind of confined to this area here, but it does open up when you sort of solve it.
I haven't gotten to use a
Well,
single
and
spell.
then- And then we're not stuck in a hamlet with one dungeon kind of in the surrounding areas. Like there's a whole freaking planet to explore. If you wanted
Right.
to.
If you guys ever need someone to read minds, I can cast Detect Thoughts to see what someone's thinking.
However, the quest that I'm doing from the book, like the first part takes place here, and the second part kind of opens it up quite a bit more. But it all happens like in and around Tyr and the surrounding area of Tyr in the adventure guide. So I'm hoping you guys don't go too far afield, because then I can't use any of that stuff.
We got to come up with a
Well.
super crazy, ridiculous plan.
I kind of want Tyr to be sort of the hub, and you can go adventuring from there, but Tyr is sort of like the main
Yeah.
area.
I got involved in some government conspiracy. That's what I
So
always wanted.
it's never. So tears are never winter.
Yeah. There's
Wait,
a,
Diamond.
So it was a little ambiguous. So was Brent so successful recruiting Chakran?
Yes, yes. He was already like in his thing there. He's desperate for a packmate. The Thrycreans hate being alone. They only operate as like communal organizations. They're very selfless. So he's feeling at a loss and worthless with no packmates. So he would kind of glom on to anybody that he knows even a little bit as a packmate at this point.
Wait, Diamond.
And considering that not too many people understand Thrycreen, I assume that
Yeah. You seem
help
like a good
further.
candidate, so he's bonded to you and he'll follow you around.
Were you have
I'm
the
glad-
same idea for the rat swarm I did, Diamond?
Hmm?
Like, did you have the same idea for the rat swarm that I did?
I was thinking of having the rats probably pick the keys up from the guards to unlock the slave pens.
I was gonna have the rats kill the guards in their sleep.
This might blow your mind, but the slave pens are not locked.
They're just guarded.
They're just
Hmm.
guarded, yeah.
All
It is
right.
an open air prison.
It's like you can try to escape, but you'll probably get beaten.
And it's
Yeah,
only one
or
D4
almost
half
dead.
giants. If you do it stealthily, all you have to do is deal with 1d4 half giants. Then try to make it
I'm
out.
assuming they don't really like sleep. They come in shifts and they're always awake.
And like I
There's
said, there's
always-
500 of them, so those shifts cover every hour of every day.
I mean, don't they like cover like those 500 or whatever? They also span across the whole city, right? They're not just like, oh, we're at the slave pits.
Yeah, they're spread out throughout the city,
Yeah.
for sure.
And if they see somebody who's half naked in rags running away from the slave pits in the dead of night, I'm sure that is not going to look great.
With a bunch of whip marks all over your backs.
Well,
cool.
depending on.
How-
I mean,
Brent
there's
has
also
managed to
slaves just
succeed.
in the city too, in the markets and stuff.
I'm
That's
also
true.
a master of disguise.
For example, Hamash, the fruit vendor, he was a slave as well, and he was just out in the market selling stuff for his master. You do get a fair amount of leeway as a slave in this society, as long as you don't run away. When you run away, things get real bad for you.
Yeah,
Can I try to perform?
Brentha hunts you down and brings you back.
I think
I try to-
we have to define it as like Roman style slavery and not like American style slavery.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not. I mean, where we're at right now is kind of chattel slavery, but that seems to be an exception and not the rule.
Right. There's
So this is what
there's
it-
something going on right now which is really out of the ordinary, and it's freaking the entire city out. Everybody's like really on edge because Kalik is devoting 100% of all of the city's resources to building the ziggurat, and ziggurats do not put food on the table. So I'm saying he pulled every farmer out of the fields. That's why everyone in the city is like starving, and all of the economy has been shut down because all of the workers have been pulled into construction. Like he is like almost like suicidally focused on finishing this ziggurat for some reason that nobody knows.
So this is how my ancestors felt.
All right.
Well, I gotta call it a night, guys. I got.
Mad.
Yeah, I just saved it.
Okay.
We're
Oh,
good.
Matt left.
So thanks for playing. Catch you guys later. I'm gonna end the stream here.